And a pleasant good Tuesday evening to you from Dorn Park in Bourne, Massachusetts, where the Wareham Gatemen have traveled on the road just 30 minutes over the Bourne Bridge to take on the Braves for this Tuesday evening showdown. Cade Crenshaw joined alongside Cameron Ezeir and Claire Foley. And Cam, there's so much to work through in tonight's game. We're going to talk about the Gatemen in this year's big league draft that just wrapped up roughly an hour ago, and there's plenty of names and storylines to go through, including 7 Gatemen taken off of the 2022 roster. So before we go through all those names, just congratulations not only to the Gatemen, but to every single high school and college baseball player who got that opportunity today to hear their name called by a major league team. Now here tonight, well, it's 2 teams that have played 27 innings of baseball and have tied at 2 in each game this season. It is tough and incredibly difficult to do that, Kim, but here tonight, aside from those 3 ties, these teams look completely different.
Yeah, Bourne in the last couple of games has looked phenomenal, coming off an 8-1 win over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, one of the hottest teams on the Cape. And since these 2 teams played around a couple weeks ago, it's a Bourne team batting over 260, which would rank #1 on the Cape. The Wareham Gatemen, they've really struggled to hit over the last 6 or 7 games, only averaging 5 hits per game. That's not even taking into account how many runs. The Gatemen have really struggled. The last time Wareham won a ball game was last Sunday, so we'll see if they can turn things around against a really red-hot Bourne team.
Gatemen are coming off a pair of back-to-back ties, first against Falmouth and then 2 days ago against Orleans with a 1-1 finish. Kim, in each of those, the Gatemen were out-hit considerably. Against Falmouth, out-hit by 5. Against the Firebirds, out-hit by 7. Here as of late, the offense has struggled for the Gatemen. What's the biggest key for them to try and turn that around?
It's not just about forcing full counts, because the Gatemen have done a really good job staying patient. They're #1 on the Cape in walks drawn. The biggest thing is finding the gap if you're going to keep the ball on the ground, locate the holes within the infield. And granted, I mean, this team has really struggled to hit, but I'm going to be frank, whenever a ball goes into the outfield, it's going straight to one of the outfielders, and that's just unlucky for a Wareham team that started the season red hot on the offensive side. So the biggest thing is knowing where you're hitting a baseball and just taking off and doing your best, because with Wareham, they just got unlucky over the past week.
They'll take on a Bourne Braves team that comes into tonight with a 14-12-6 overall record. The Gatemen 11-15-6. This is game 33 of 44 in the 2022 season. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with you for starting lineups, national anthem, and more as we continue the countdown to first pitch on the South Coast Health pregame show on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Each and every game here at Spillane Field is made possible by our sponsors. Let's take a moment to recognize Gateway Tavern, Coastal Orthodontics, Fairway Financial, Joanne Stevenson, Sullivan Wine and Spirits, Deb Levesque Massage Therapy, the Law Office of Mark Deshays, Office Technology Group, J&M Baseball Academy, South Coast Health, Minkle Boys Catering, 80 Makepeace, Reed Custom Soils, Soft as a Grape, Bay Motor Inn, Point Sign, Wareham, Sipicon and Dartmouth Week, Cranberry Self-Storage, Village Signs, the Law Office of Lang, Exaferris and Bullard, Reedy, Kiernan and McNally LLP, Robertson's GMC, Effie's Homemade, Wareham Country Market, the Wareham House of Pizza, Robbery's Tree Service, Patty Wild, Onset Bay Association, Select PT, El Mariachi, Water Whiz, and Cool Cone. Thank you once again to our sponsors of your Wareham Gatemen.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866 Ask Mary or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
Back at Dorn Park in Bourne, Massachusetts, Cade Crenshaw, Cameron Ezeir, and Claire Foley with you tonight on this Tuesday evening, the Gatemen just 5 minutes away from taking on the Braves. We bring you tonight's starting lineups. First, here's Cameron Ezeir with the visiting Gatemen.
Yeah, the Wareham Gatemen leading things off. Chase Davis, 9 games on the Cape, 8 in the leadoff spot. Then it's Max Anderson, the newly minted All-Star, now in back-to-back Cape seasons. Ryan Campos batting out of the 3-hole. He's an All-Star as well. Blake Wright, cleanup hitter for the first time this season. Then it's Carter Graham, the designated hitter, followed by Derek Fabian at third. Jack Hausinger in left for the second time this year. He's batting 7th. Then Brian Morrell, the right fielder. This is his Cape League debut. And Brian Padilla rounding things out.
On the bump for your Gatemen will be Wyatt Hudipole, the right-handed pitcher out of the University of Kentucky. Hudipole, this will be his first start of the season, but plenty of action from him out of the pen. We'll give you more on him once we hit the bottom half of the first. Meanwhile, for the Bourne Braves, in the leadoff spot is the second baseman from Alabama, and Bryce Eblin. Batting in the 2-hole and in center field is North Carolina's Matt Horvath. The shortstop that bats third from Maryland is one of the best in the Cape, and he is the best in terms of batting average. It's Matt Shaw. Cleaning things up in left field is a player who has plagued the Gatemen considerably, in Evan Slight of Rutgers. Batting fifth, the first baseman, also Rutgers Scarlet Knight, and Christopher Brito. Batting sixth in right field is Carson Jones of Virginia. Batting seventh is Penn's Wyatt Hensler. He'll play third base. The designated hitter for the Bourne Braves, batting in the 8-hole, is Joshua Moylan from East Carolina. And rounding out the 1 through 9 for the Braves tonight is the catcher from North Carolina, and Tomas Frick. On the bump is the right-hander out of the New Jersey Institute of Technology, and Ryan Fisher, 6'3", 220-pound junior from White House, New Jersey. This is the second time he has faced the Gatemen this season, but has not seen too many action on the starting mound. All those details and more coming up for you. Plus, we're excited to bring you all of the names that were drafted in this year's MLB draft that have Gatemen ties. We'll fill you in on all of those as we get into tonight's game. A total over 20 former and current Wareham players heard their names called across the last 3 days. An incredible honor and incredible accomplishment. And we'll cipher through all of those names throughout tonight's broadcast for you. There's plenty to go through and plenty of storylines to follow. It's the Wareham Gatemen and the Bourne Braves meeting for the 4th time this season. They just hope they don't tie for the 4th time this season. National Anthem coming up here in moments. We'll take a quick break from Dorn Park and bring you back with first pitch between the Wareham Gatemen and the Bourne Braves on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 25.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at curry.edu.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous Colossal Lobster Rolls, piled high on a grilled brioche and served hot buttered or just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
We appreciate and thank the sponsors who support the Cape League and the 10 teams. Our corporate sponsors are the financial backbone of the league. It is with their support that we are able to preserve our long-standing tradition of providing the best family entertainment here on Cape Cod, free of charge. On behalf of the 9 other teams, the Wareham Gatemen, league officers, and the entire Cape League family, we would like to announce and thank our 2022 corporate sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize the Yawkey Foundation, Gibson Sotheby's, Curry College, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod, Badger Sport, Zephyr Hats, Cape Cod 5 Cents Saving Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys, Massachusetts State Lottery. We will be back to you in the next inning for the second half of this outstanding list of loyal sponsors.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
Club. Tonight he is joined by other campers of the
We're back at
Sagamore
Bourne
Beach
Park
Colony
with
Club.
you as first pitch is just minutes away. Cade, Crenshaw, Cameron Ezeir, Claire
Okay,
Foley
Jack, show
with
off
you
that
tonight. The Gatemen on the road taking on Bourne, the fourth time this season.
Thank
The
you,
two
Jack,
teams,
and thank you,
well, they've
Sagamore Beach
tied in
Colony Club.
each of the previous three by a score of 2-2. That's weird in itself, but you look at these two teams and they're completely different, especially on the Gateman side of things, from any of those previous three meetings. First, though, let's go to the mound. On the bump for the Bourne Braves tonight is the right-hander out of New Jersey Institute of
And this time we
Technology.
want to ask the
It's
owner of
Ryan
Black
Fisher, the
GMC
6'3",
Sierra with Massachusetts
220-pound
license
right-hander.
plate
He enters with a 1-2 overall record, a 2.79 ERA. This will be his sixth appearance and fourth start for Bourne. Across 19 and a third, he struck out 20 and walked just 8. Cam, you look at this Gateman offense. The starting lineup, Davis, Anderson, Campos will all take swings in this first inning. For a team that totaled just 3 hits 2 days ago and the tie with Orleans, what can help them snap into an early rhythm tonight?
Well, it's doing just that, hitting early, and when you have the top 3 guys in your lineup atop your own lineup in Davis, Anderson, and Campos, it's riding the wave of Chase Davis. He's been the most consistent hitter on the team in the past couple of weeks, and then arguably the second most consistent hitter has been the best hitter on this team throughout this entire summer in Max Anderson. And then to have Ryan Campos, a guy that's not a walking machine, but he's really good at forcing full counts. Those 3 kickstart any momentum for the final 6, because guys like Blake Wright, Carter Graham, Derek Fabian, they're guys that can be tone setters, but they won't be the 3 guys or the 3 to 4 guys that you'll highlight off the jump. So you start early in the top 3. If those top 3 struggle, I think Wareham's in trouble.
A pair of all-stars in the top of the batting order tonight. Defensively, for Bourne, it'll be Tomas Frick behind the plate, Hensler at third, Shaw at second, Shaw at short, Eblin at second, Brito at first. The outfield from left to right is Slight, Horvath, and Jones. Well, Davis will get things underway. It's a righty on lefty matchup. First pitch, a 6:03. Starting time for tonight's game. Game time temperature here in Buzzards Bay, 81 degrees and sunny. Boy, is it warm, with a 66% humidity percentage. Righty on lefty. The Bourne Braves set standard. Fisher comes set. First pitch of the game. Fastball left up and out. An early 1-0 count. Makeup of Bourne Park, 330 into the corner of left, 395 straightaway center, 300 to right field. 1-0. Fastball, same spot, up and away from the lefty hitter Davis.
What I like from Chase Davis, he's only 1 for his last 6 in his past 2 games, but in his last 3 contests, 4 walks. He's uber patient.
Fisher readies at the letters, the 2-0 offering. Check swing, just caught a piece of it back foul for strike 1. Was a changeup up and in. And the bat of Davis just barely caught a piece of it. 2-1 offering. Fastball inside. Davis dances out of the way a little bit in the batter's box, and that's ball 3. Wind rolling out from the first base line towards left center. Fisher readies and deals the 3-1. Fastball called, strike 2 on the upper hour corner. He was looking for that same spot on the first 2 pitches of this game and didn't get that call. That time, though, just dove right onto the corner. Davis thought it was ball 4. He's back at the plate. The count is full. The Gateman's leadoff hitter. Fisher fires. Cut on and missed. Fastball inner half. Davis couldn't connect. 1 away in the top of the first. And and the first strikeout of the afternoon for Ryan Fisher.
There's one strong suit of Ryan Fisher at NJIT this past spring. 90 strikeouts, under 30 walks on that spring campaign, so he's a strike thrower.
That brings him to 21 strikeouts and 19 2/3 on the Cape. One away for Max Anderson, righty on righty. Fisher sends it home, fastball upstairs over the heart of the plate, ball one. Anderson 0 for 3 in Sunday's matchup against Orleans, but came through in a big way. Brought home the Gateman's only run on a sac fly. The 1-0 called strike one in the bottom half, but it got away from the catcher Frigg on the inside corner with the changeup. Count evens at 1 apiece. 33rd game of the summer for the Gateman and for Max Anderson as well. Only player to appear in every game this summer. The 1-1. Changeup, foul back off the mask of Frick. Strike two. 266 hitter coming into tonight. Top 20 average in the CCBO. Base is empty, one away, no score in the top of the first. Fisher, the 1-2. Changeup, softly lifted through the middle of the infield and a base hit into center. A one-out single for Max Anderson, the first hit in today's game. Took a one hop on the infield dirt and then found its way into shallow center field. For Anderson, that's his 34th hit on the Cape.
Must feel good for Max Anderson in his last two games, both that resulted in ties. 0 for 8, so his first hit since July 15th.
One aboard for Ryan Campos, the catcher out of Arizona State. Righty on lefty. Campos a better average against righties this season, 234 compared to 210 against left-handers. First pitch, fastball missing inside from Fisher, count 1-0. One on, one away, the 1-0. Fastball upstairs. Ball two. Two-oh pitch. Grounded. Second base side. Eblin feels it there, throws a short for one. The throw over to first is not in time for two. A fielder's choice, 4-6 putout. Puts two away in the top of the first inning. Campos, a soft grounder. But Eblin flipped over to Shaw in time to get Anderson. Well, Campos trades places with Anderson at first base. 2 outs in the top of the first, still no score. For Blake Wright, the Clemson shortstop. Righty on righty. Fisher looks back over to Campos at first. Now sends it home. Fastball popped up. Foul territory skies. Frick, the catcher, calls for it. Closer to the Gateman dugout, he makes the catch. 4-out number 3. Well, first pitch flyout will end the top of the first. The Gateman, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the first. No score at Bourne Park. We'll be back for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
We want our money to work as hard for us when we retire as we did working to accumulate it. My name is Steve Anzoni, and I am president of Fairway Financial Insurance Agency. Money is just a tool to help you to do what you ultimately want to do, which is to travel, spend time with your kids, grandkids, and do other stuff. And I want to be the guy that's going to help you navigate the course of life to help you avoid those sand traps and get you onto the green and into the hole with greater financial confidence.
Mark DeShays has been practicing law in southeastern Massachusetts for over 30 years. His primary focus is on all aspects of real estate law, including residential and commercial real estate transactions, commercial leasing, land development, land use and zoning law, and land conservation matters. If you need representation, call now at 508-993-2300.
Back at Dorn Park in Bourne, Massachusetts, no scores. We make our way into the bottom of the first. The Gatemen on the road tonight taking on the Braves. Back in the top half, the Gatemen got a one-out single from Max Anderson, but could not move the runner over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one man left on for Wareham. Here in the bottom half, it'll be Bryce Eblin, Matt Horvath, and Matt Shaw, the three Braves, set to take swings. Meanwhile, they'll work against Wyatt Hudipole, the right-hander out of Kentucky, a sophomore at 6'3", 220 pounds. His ninth appearance of the summer for the Gatemen, just his first start. He enters with an 0-1 record across 14 2/3 with 15 hits allowed, 7 runs, all which have been earned, 10 walks to 9 strikeouts with a 4.30 ERA. Hudipole on the bump. He'll work against Bryce Eblin, second baseman from Alabama. Plenty of wind here at Dorn Park. It rolls from the first baseline out over the fence of left center. Eblin, a lefty hitter, a 243 average. First pitch. Hudipole misses low in the dirt on the fastball. Count 1-0. A sunny day at 81 degrees. There was plenty of heat, so if you didn't have the 13-mile-per-hour winds that we do, it would be just that stale heat. The 1-0. Fastball off the plate and up. Ball 2. Hudipole set at the letters and deals the 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses the bottom half, and that's ball 3. A player who has walked 10 and struck out 9 this season is struggling to find the zone to the first batter. .30 offer. Strike 1 called in the upper half. For Hudipole, made 22 appearances this spring at Kentucky. Just one start, though, for the Wildcats. The wind of the deal. 3-1 called. Strike 2. Middle of the plate, lower half. Eblin thought it missed low. Instead, the count is full. Gateman, the road gray pants, blue stripe, navy blue tops. The payoff pitch. Ball 4 outside. Fastball misses the lower half, outer corner. And a leadoff walk drawn by Bryce Eblin.
Not a lot of things that you can pinpoint in this pitching staff that says, okay, they're really good at what they do, or at least have been consistent throughout the entirety of this season. The one thing that's been great, the amount of walks that they give up. The least on the Cape, and it's not a great start for Hudipole.
1 aboard for Mac Horvath, the center fielder from North Carolina. First pitch, changeup, misses inside. Count 1-0. Horvath, a 208 hitter out of Rochester, Minnesota. Bourne Braves, white pants, navy tops as well. The Braves written across the chest in red. Pickoff throw to first. Throw was wide left. Anderson had to stick the glove up and grab it. He had no chance at the tag. Back in time is Eblin. The 1-0. Laser shot, straightaway center field. Davis back at the fence, at the track, at the wall. It's out of here. A 2-run homer from Mac Horvath gives the Braves an early 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first.
Not the first time that Mac Horvath has left the yard in his now young Cape season. He's only been here for about a week. Earlier on in his Cape appearance, he had a walk-off grand slam against the Chatham Anglers in the bottom of the 9th, but early action for Horvath here, and he crushed that ball, just left it over the plate, did Hudipole, and launched that one out of here to deep center.
The third homer surrendered by Hudipole this summer.
Shortstop, number 24, out of Maryland.
And with a 395 fence to straightaway center field, that one more so to left center, and the wind blowing that direction really helped Horvath. Now for Matt Shaw, first pitch in the dirt. That's ball one. And Shaw, a player you definitely have to be careful how you pitch to him. Just hit for the cycle earlier last week, the first Cape Leaguer in 11 years. The 1-0. Grounder over to first on a broken bat. Anderson's there. He'll step on the bag himself. One away in the bottom of the first. Bourne leading 2-0.
Really impressed by the approach of Wyatt Hudipole after giving up that home run. This is a guy in Matt Shaw in the last 9 games has had a multi-hit performance in 6 of them. So to throw it on the outside and have confidence in your pitch after giving up a bomb is huge.
One away for Evan Slight, the left fielder out of Rutgers. Righty on lefty, first pitch with one out in the dirt, and that's ball one. Slight this season has been phenomenal against the Gatemen. Drove in the game-tying run each of the 2 previous contests. He'll foul off, pitch inside. Even his count at 1-1.
Was also player of the week on Cape Cod in the beginning of July.
Base is empty, one away. Hudipole comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, and that's ball 2. Slight this season, a .500 average against the Gatemen. He's 4 for 8 to the plate, a double and a home run himself. 3 runs total driven in. Two on toss, fastball upstairs. That's ball 3. Boy, if you're right, Hudipole, definitely not the start you wanted. Giving up a 2-run blast to Horvath, but also the command so far hasn't been there. 14 pitches, just 5 strikes. 3-1 pitch. Grounded foul off the body of Slight. Count will go full. Slight, a .324 hitter this summer. Base is empty, 1 out, bottom first. For those just joining us, Bourne already leads it 2-0. Payoff pitch. Grounder over to first base. Anderson will field it on 1 hop. He'll step on the bag himself for out number 2. After a leadoff walk to Eblin, Matt Horvath lifted 1 out to left center field, a 2-run blast. For Horvath, that being his 4th home run this summer. But Hudipole seems to have settled in, has induced back-to-back groundouts. To bring up Christopher Brito, first baseman from Rutgers. 2 away, nobody on. Righty on righty, first pitch. Off speed, left high, count 1-0. Hudipole just looking to finish out the inning, allowing just 2 runs. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken right down Broadway to even the count at 1 apiece. Brito, a .230 hitter, 3 home runs himself. And the 1-1 pitch. Changeup, grounded back foul, third base side. Defensively for the Gatemen, Campos behind the dish. Fabian's at third, Wright at short, Padilla at second, Anderson at first, with Hausinger, Davis, and Morrell in the outfield. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, breaking ball, count evened. We say Brian Morrell, and that's a name that should surprise a few folks, today being his Gateman debut out of Hofstra. We'll give you all of his info, an incredible story as well, in the bottom half of the second. The 2-2. Hit in the air, but out of play, first base side. An interesting, Cam, as well, here at Doran Park, there are no bleachers on the first base side. I think that's the only ballpark I've ever been to that does not provide seating on both sides of the field. But over here, it's more so just a sandy plot of dirt. That's where we are. The 2-2 cut on and miss. Change up on the outer half. Brito swings through. That's the first strikeout tonight and 10th of the season for Wyatt Hudipole. We go to the top of the second. Braves lead it 2-0. We'll be back for more Gateman baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
As you can see, Upper Cape is
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League, offering residential sales and vacation rentals across the Cape. We help you turn someday into right now. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
Summer is here, and we are finally back to enjoying all our favorite outdoor activities. As temperatures rise, so does the risk for unexpected injuries. South Coast Health Urgent Care Centers are open, safe, and here to provide the care you need when you need it. Our 7 locations are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome, and having a South Coast Health physician is not required. Visit southcoast.org/urgent care to check wait times and reserve your spot today.
Back at Doran Park, we go to the top of the second inning. Gateman trail the Braves 2-0. A Matt Horvath home run in the bottom half gave us that score. It'll be 5-6-7 due up in the Gateman order. That's Carter Graham, Derek Fabian, and Jack Hausinger. They work against Ryan Fisher, right-hander out of New Jersey Institute of Technology. Allowed 1 hit in the first, but also totaled a strikeout. Righty on righty for Carter Graham. Didn't see action in Sunday's matchup. First pitch is a fastball taken for a strike in the top half. Graham, a 175 hitter out of Stanford. 6'2", 220-pound sophomore. Right-hander comes set, the 0-1. Fastball upstairs. A check swing over to our first base umpire, Bobby Johnson. They say that Graham did not go, as he merely just tried to turn away from the pitch. The only problem is he turned outwardly towards the infield, which brought that bat around, but didn't go far enough. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball upstairs yet again, just above the zone, letter high, middle of the plate, ball 2. Two and 1 the count, the pitch. Off speed, inner half, called strike 2 on Graham. Count even at 2. Fisher comes set at the letters. Deals the 2-2. Upstairs is the fastball yet again. Ball 3. Carter Graham leads off the top of the second. He's drawn a full count. Next pitch from Fisher will be number 20 on the ball game. The payoff. Lasered back foul into the netting, as Graham stays alive on a full count. Graham got a base hit off of Fisher back when Gateman faced him on July the 3rd. For the second time, the 3-2. Laser up in the air to left, chasing it is Slight, and he's there for out number 1.
Well, Cade, what were we talking about in the pregame? This Gateman team is good contact, whether it be on the ground or in the outfield, but a lot of the times they're just getting unlucky, and that was the same result for Carter Graham. Good barrel to ball, but, you know, find the gap or try to find that left field line. Unfortunately, right to Slight.
Right to Slight indeed. Good rhyming there. 1 away for Derek Fabian, the Florida third baseman, righty on righty. Fisher's first pitch. Popped up in the air, foul territory. Brito gives chase from first, and now he stands in the first base box and makes the catch for out number 2. Through the first 6 batters the Gatemen have brought to the
Left fielder
dish,
number 10, that
2
is
of them,
Ezeir,
and Fabian
Jack
and Wright,
Hausinger.
have popped up in foul territory on the first pitch they've seen. 2 away in the top of the second. Here's Jack Hausinger, the left fielder out of Xavier. Jack's first at bat in a couple games. He's used as a pinch runner back in the 9th on Sunday. First pitch to the lefty hitter. Driven to left center field. Slight chasing. Diving won't make the catch. It falls into shallow center. Hausinger rounds first, but he'll quickly job back and accept the 2-out single.
Good barrel to ball for Jack Hausinger, and a lot of swings on the first pitch. I think Wareham is just antsy to get back on the field after the off day yesterday and a couple ties in the back pocket. It's a team that wants to win, although the record really hasn't shown it. And this team is anxious for a W, and no more than Jack Hausinger, a player that's an unsung leader on this team.
Here's a Gateman debut and Brian Morrell. Righty hitter, first pitch. Fastball misses off the plate. A senior at 6 foot, 205 pounds from Hofstra. Started all 53 games this spring for the Pride. Was a .346 hitter with 8 home runs and 39 RBI. Hausinger on at first, 2 outs, the 1-0, fouled off first base side. Native of Shoreham, New York. This was his first season, though, at Hofstra. In-state school, also spent 2 years at St. John's, but started out his collegiate career as a pitcher at Notre Dame. He's now an outfielder. Fisher comes set with a runner on and 2 away. Deals the 1-1. Off speed, taken right down Broadway. Strike 2, good break on the tailing in. Bourne leading 2-0 in the top of the second. 1-2. Hard chopper, second base side. Eblin is there, flips to first, Brito the grab in time to end the inning. That is the end of the top of the second. The Gatemen bring 4 batters to the dish yet again, but none come around to score. We go to the bottom of the second. Bourne leads by a pair on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Reed Custom Soils is New England's leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installations and is the exclusive New England supplier of stabilized stone dust. Reed Custom Soils services over 300 golf courses and provides unique blends to fit your needs, all by experienced precision blenders. To learn more about how Reed Custom Soils can serve you, call toll-free 1-800-924-5335 or head to reedcustomsoils.com.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod, so even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape.
Want your daily dose of news? Lucky for you, Wareham, Sipicon, and now Dartmouth Week has you covered. Whether you live in Wareham or in the surrounding areas, you can count on up-to-date news on sports, schools, and even the fine arts, courtesy of the partnership between Wareham, Sipicon, and Dartmouth Week. Head to theweektoday.com and search Wareham, Sipicon, or Dartmouth for more.
Back at Doran Park, Bourne, Massachusetts, we go to the bottom of the second. The Bravos at home lead 2-0 over the visiting Gatemen. Carson Jones, the right fielder from Virginia Tech, to lead it off. Righty on lefty, first pitch. Hudipole gets a swing and miss on a fastball in the dirt, inside edge. Count 0-1. Jones, a .214 hitter, with 1 home run for Bourne this season. A 1 pitch. Off speed, inside, swung on and missed yet again from Jones. Obviously, Hudipole's found a hole in Jones's game. The inside pitch. He's dealt 2, and Jones has swung through each of them. Hudipole comes set and deals the 0-2 punch. Cut on and missed. Change up inside half. Strikeout number 2 today for Wyatt Hudipole, and that puts 1 down in the bottom of the second.
Got to punch out the hitters that have a prone ability for striking out, and that's exactly what Carson Jones has. That's now 7 strikeouts over his last 5 games.
Base is empty, one away. Bourne leads it by a pair. Here's Wyatt Hensler, the third baseman, out of pin. Righty on righty. Hudipole deals. First pitch, a fastball spiked in the dirt. Count 1-0. Hensler, a .221 hitter. Tonight is 25th game for Bourne on the Cape. A double and a triple to his credit. The 1-0. Changeup finds its way on the inside edge to even the count at 1-1. Fly to Hudipole, making his 9th appearance of the summer for the Gateman, but just his first start. 1-1 toss. Grounder over to first base. On a couple hops, Anderson's there. He'll step on the bag himself. 2 away in the inning.
Well, if you had on your bingo card 3 unassisted ground outs 3 times in the first 7 batters, well, knock that one off. Max Anderson has had to do a whole lot of work over at first, and when you have a guy like Anderson at one of the corners, it's always a luxury.
A great infielder for the Gateman, one of the best offensive prospects in the Cape, and of course he does it with the stick as well. A 2-out toss to Joshua Moylan. Fly ball straightaway center field. Back to Davis. He's at the fence, he's at the track, and it's over the wall and gone. Make it 2 home runs today for Bourne in as many innings. This time from Joshua Moylan, his 3rd of the season. And the Braves take a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Cade, that's deja vu. Same pitch, and Moylan saw it all the way. The exact same pitch that Mac Horvath got right over the plate. And Hudipole looked at the previous batters and said, okay, they're not swinging at the first pitch. Well, Moylan will, the 3rd time that he's left the yard this season. And Hudipole can't afford to miss a pitch like that now twice.
A pair of homers surrendered from Hudipole. That'll bring up Tomas Frick, the catcher from North Carolina. The Braves lead it by 3 in the bottom of the 2nd with 2 outs. First pitch. Righty hitter sees it in the dirt. Ball 1. Frick just 2 for 27 this summer. The 1-0 grounded to Fabian at 3rd. His throw across the diamond in time to end the inning. A solo homer from Joshua Moylan makes this a 3-0 Bourne game. We go to the top of the 3rd. When we return, can the Gatemen finally piece some offense together? They're going to have to do it in a hurry or else this game will get away quickly. Be back from more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP, have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights. Be prepared and contact Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham and 2318 Acushnet Avenue in New Bedford. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website www.rkm-law.com.
Back for the top of the 3rd inning. Bourne ahead of Wareham 3-0. A pair of home runs from Mac Horvath and Joshua Moylan. 3 runs on the board. Righty on righty for Brian Padilla. First pitch. Yukon hitter swings through a fastball for strike one. Ryan Fisher back on the bum. One strikeout to his credit. He's surrendered 2 hits through 2 frames so far. 0-1 toss. Down in the dirt. Breaking ball misses to even the count at 1-1. Padilla 0 for 3 in Sunday's tie with Orleans. Now a 2.05 average this season. 1-1 pitch from Fisher. Off speed, up and in, called strike 2. Just dotting the inside corner with a changeup pitch.
If I'm not mistaken, Brian Padilla, in the 9-hole for the first time this season.
1-2 offering. Fastball up the eyes. Count even at 2-2. No outs as we get the top of the third underway. The 2-2 lifted in the air. Foul territory. It'll find the seats out of play. You know, Cam, as we sit over here on the first base side, there are no bleacher seating. It's just a sandy stretch of the earth. You feel like you're at the beach just without the water, which I don't know anybody that just goes to the beach just for the sand. The 2-2. Grounder, shortstop side. Shaw ranges to his left, picks it up, throws across in time. 1 away in the top of the third.
Great play by Matt Shaw. Maryland tweeted something out. Of course, Matt Shaw goes to Maryland, tweeted something out and said, "We told you this is the summer of Shaw," and not just on the offensive side, but the defensive side as well.
First time through the order, Ryan Fisher allows just 2 hits to the Gateman. Back at the top, here's Chase Davis. Struck out swinging to lead off today's game. Bourne leading 3-0. Righty on lefty. Fisher first pitch. Fastball up and out. Count 1-0. Fisher deals. 1-0 away. Ball 2. Well, the Gatemen definitely not in the spot they wanted to be in the top of the third inning. And Kim, you made the note to me in the break. With Bourne leading 3-0, that means the first time all season one of these two teams against each other has scored more than 2 runs. The 2-0 up and in. That's ball 3. Because each of the previous 3 meetings had ended in a 2-2 tie.
So it's a relief that someone has 3. Unfortunately, it's not the Wareham Gatemen, it's the Bourne Braves. But if we've known anything about this series, both teams are always in it.
How about a 3-3 tie for tonight? I'll take it. 3-0 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, ball 4. Well, Chase Davis will draw the first walk of the afternoon from Ryan Fisher. 1 aboard with 1 away in the top of the third. Bravos lead it by 3.
Number 18 out of Nebraska, Max Anderson.
2 hits on the day for the Gatemen, one of those to Max Anderson, the first baseman from Nebraska. Singled back in the first. A soft fly ball back up the middle. Righty on righty, the 1-out pitch. Changeup called strike 1 on the outer half. Davis inches off of the first base bag. The 0-1. Hole hitter for Wareham. Pitch from Fisher. Laser into right center field. That'll get down for extra bases. Rounding second, heading to third goes Davis. Anderson hightailing it behind him. Rounding third base coming home is Davis, and he will come across the plate to score the Gatemen's first run. It's an RBI double for Max Anderson, and the Braves' lead is cut down to 3-1.
How about Max Anderson? 2 hits on the day after being 0 for his last 8 in his last 2 games. That's now 14 ribbies on the year for the Nebraska Cornhusker. And for a player that started off the season so slow, he's come alive. And hey, you can just tab him as maybe the unofficial team captain because of how good he's been.
Named an All-Star just a few short days ago, as was this man, Ryan Campos. The Arizona State catcher, 0 for 1 today on a fielder's choice back in the first. He represents the tying run. The 1-out pitch. Fastball, called strike 1 on the outer half. Anderson stands at second base. An RBI double for him moments ago. As Cam said, the 14th run he's driven in for the Gatemen. Righty on lefty for Campos. Fisher will step off and fake a throw back to second to reset the ideal clock in your mind as a collegiate player. You've got a certain time frame to send a pitch home. In order to reset that clock, you have to at least make a motion to a base. Old habits die hard. The 0-1. Lasered foul over third base side out of play. Bourne leads 3-1 in the top of the third. A home run given up in the first and second inning is how the Braves brought their runs across. 3 runs on just those 2 hits. Wind speeds have died down from home plate to left center. Now the 0-2 pitch from Fisher. Just off the outer edge. Frick set up outside. Framed it well, I thought, but just not catching the bottom corner for a home plate umpire, Mike Foley. Anderson at second, 1 away. Top third. Gateman trailed by a pair. Campos at the dish. 1 ball, 2 strikes against him. Fisher peering in. Now comes set, the letters. The 1-2. Check swing lower half. Home plate umpire says he went. And that's the second strikeout of the afternoon from Ryan Fisher, and that puts 2 away in the top of the third.
Ryan Campos has only struck out now 12 times this season. It's a big credit to his patience at the plate, but really good job by Ryan Fisher to continue to attack both outside and inside. That lateral movement on his pitches has been great, except a few missed pitches to Max Anderson.
Anderson at second base. 2 away in the top of the third. Gateman trail by 2 for Blake Wright. First pitch to the righty hitter. Fastball low and in, nearly tapping the toes of Wright. Count 1-0. Clemson Tiger back in the first. Popped up into foul territory on the first pitch he saw. Fisher looks back to second. Now comes home. Change up and in. A check swing. They're going to say that Wright held back. That one nearly clipped him on the belt. That's ball 2. Wright represents the tying run for the Gatemen as they trail by 2. Just .330 to the left field corner. Wright looking for his first home run in 29 days, dating back to June the 20th at Chatham. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball called strike 1, inside edge. Fisher obviously likes the inner half to work against Blake Wright. That, though, the first time he's found the zone. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs, top third. Anderson at second base. 2-1 pitch. Lift in the air, shallow center field. Horvath charges, and it goes in and out of his glove. Coming around to score is Anderson. Blake Wright holds up at second base. And a 2-out knock for Blake Wright. It's laid down as a base hit. It got just under the glove of Mac Horvath, who was charging from center. That's an RBI double for Blake Wright as he trades places with Anderson, and the Gatemen have drawn within 1.
Soft contact, and sometimes that's the best kind of contact when you send it into the outfield, unless you can locate the gaps, which Wareham has been awful at doing in the past week or so. Blake Wright, great location. Good job putting barrel to ball and looping that one in.
Carter Graham up to the dish with Wright at second. 2 outs, the pitch. Off-speed check swing in the dirt. No check with the first base umpire. That ball was one that just dropped in front of the glove of Horvath and bounced right under it, then took a bad hop once it got under it and trailed nearly 10 feet back behind him. Righty on righty for Carter Graham, who flew out to left field back in the second inning. 1-0. Fastball called, strike 1, inside corner.
Carter Graham has been playing some of his best baseball over the last week. 4 hits in his last 4 contests.
What you like to see from a player who garnered second-team All-American honors just this past spring at Stanford. Runner at second with 2 outs. The 1-1. Graham foul back over towards the Gateman dugout for strike 2. The Gatemen have brought across 2 runs in this third frame. RBI doubles from Anderson and Wright, who remains at second base. Bourne's lead now stands at just a single run. 1-2 toss from Fisher. Foul back over into the Bourne dugout. And everybody just diving out of the way of it. That was a line drive shot. I don't think it hit anyone, but my goodness, did that ball come over in a hurry. Graham returns on a 1-2 count.
I think it went over the railing as well, or maybe sneaked through some part of the netting that covers in between the top of the railing and the bottom.
Right at second with 2 away. Everyone appears to be okay in the Braves dugout. Graham back in the box. 1-2 count to the righty hitter. The pitch from Fisher. Off-speed outer edge. Did he go? First base umpire says he went. 3 strikeouts today for Ryan Fisher, including Carter Graham to end the inning. The Gatemen bring across 2 runs. RBI doubles from Anderson and Wright, but they strand Wright at second base to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Bourne leads 3-2 as we'll return from Wareham baseball on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Continuing with our corporate sponsors, we also want to recognize and thank Franklin Sports, Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Highline Cruises, Barnstable Bats, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Cape Space, Christmas Tree Shops, UFOs, T-Mobile, Boston Better Business Bureau, Fairway Financial, Rogers Gray, and of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Gateman Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
Whether it's life insurance to safeguard your loved ones, an umbrella policy to protect your teen driver, or making sure your home is covered from storm damage, Rogers Gray is there to guide you. Insurance is more than just a box to check. Trust Rogers Gray, a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
We make our way into the bottom of the third inning. Bourne leads Wareham 3-2. We're back at the top of the order for Bryce Eblin, Mac Horvath, and Matt Shaw of Bourne. Wyatt Hudipole returns to the mound for his soon-to-be 3rd inning of action. So far, he's allowed just 2 hits, but they were 2 big ones. A 2-run homer from Horvath in the first, a solo blast from Moylan in the second. First pitch to Eblin is an off-speed, low and inside. Missing, ball 1. Righty on lefty, Eblin out of Alabama. 1-0 pitch from Hudipole. Fastball grounded foul, first base side. Count evens at 1 apiece.
Bryce Eblin, a shoulder injury in early February this past spring, but then really came alive for the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's always good to see someone come back from an injury and have such great success.
Eblin drew a walk back in the first, this being his second plate appearance. The 1-1 offering. Breaking ball finds its way in the lower half, heart of the plate. Strike 2 called on Eblin.
And Cade, I don't know about you, but if I suffered a shoulder injury, I'd be bad in my return. After coming back from that shoulder ailment, 19-game stretch, a .343 average.
1-2 upstairs, count even at 2 apiece. Hudipole looking for his 3rd strikeout today. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball through the right side, base hit. A one-hopper into center field from Bryce Eblin, and he leads off the bottom of the 3rd with the 3rd hit of the afternoon for Bourne.
Center fielder number 21.
Second time he's been on base today after walking in the first, and if you're Wyatt Hudipole, you have to work early and often against the best hitters in this lineup. Unfortunately, gave up a walk in the first inning, now a single to Eblin.
1 aboard for Mac Horvath, and a very similar setup to that first inning when he lasered out a 2-run homer to left center. Righty on righty, first pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, count 1-0. Horvath out of North Carolina, a Rochester, Minnesota native, that being his 4th home run this summer back in the first. 1-0 pitch from Hudipole with the sun shining in his eyes. Comes home. Fly ball, right field, base hit. Rounding second, sprinting into third base goes Eblin. That'll put runners on the corners with no outs in the bottom of the third. Bourne leading 3-2.
So Mac Horvath this season, he hasn't been here for a long time. This is just his 7th game. But Cade, that's hit number 7. 4 of them have been homers, and now another single to his credit. And Wyatt Hudipole is getting crushed at the top of this order.
On the corners for Matt Shaw, the Maryland shortstop. Just named an All-Star a few short days ago, and rightfully so. He leads the Cape League in batting average. Men are on the corners with no outs. Bourne looking to increase their 1-run lead. The pitch, off speed, breaking ball, doesn't find the zone on the outer half. Count 1-0. Shaw, a .367 hitter on the Cape, 5 home runs, 17 driven in, trying to make it 18 with Eblin at third. 1-0 pitch, fastball, called strike 1, outer half. The 3-hole hitter grounded out to first base back in the first inning. Pickoff throw to first, back in time is Horvath. A big spot right now for Wyatt Hudipole. Just as his offense came clawing back in this game, have drawn within a single run of the lead. Another pickoff over, Horvath back over once again. You put men on the corners to lead off the bottom of the third inning, back-to-back base hits from Eblin and Horvath to bring up Shaw. Count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Hudipole. Runner goes. Called strike 2 of the lower half. Throw down to second. 1 hops to Padilla. Now the throw back home. The tag not in time. Bryce Eblin comes home to score on the double steal. Safe at second base is Horvath and make it 4-2. Bourne lead.
So Eblin slid around the tag from Ryan Campos. A great job by Brian Padilla to just scoop that one up off a hop and, really cognizant to come home with it. Ryan Campos was right there in time, but Eblin did a great job sliding around the tag.
Horvath stands at second. Shaw remains at the plate. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Bourne's lead back to a pair. Hudipole deals. Off speed, up high. Count even at 2-2. .43rd pitch of the afternoon, upcoming from Hudipole. 2-2 offering. Line drive past an outstretched Blake Wright at short. It rolls into left field. Jogging into third goes Horvath. And yet again, runners are on the corners with no outs in the bottom of the third inning. 3 consecutive base hits surrendered from Hudipole. That's now 5 today for the Braves.
How about Matt Shaw? 37 hits. That leads the Cape after a 4-hit day against Hyannis just a couple days ago. Wow, he is some special type of player.
Shaw stands at first, Horvath at third for Evan Slight, the left fielder out of Rutgers. But first, though, Scott Landers, first-year manager for the Braves, going to come out to have a quick offensive conference. That's their first of the afternoon. Now we see some activity beginning to stir up in the Gateman pen. Looks like Jack Sullivan will begin warming up, the right-hander from UConn. The Braves have them on the corners. No outs, bottom third, leading 4-2. Slight, 0 for 1 today. Pickoff throw to first, back in time is Shaw. Slight grounded back to first, back in the first inning. Righty on lefty. Hudipole, first pitch will have to wait. Another pickoff over, Shaw back in time. Hudipole has to be careful with the pickoff throws. The Braves brought across their 4th run of tonight's game moments ago on a double steal from Horvath and Eblin. First pitch to Slipe, lasered out of play, third base side foul. The Braves 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second. So far 1 in the third, though Slight looks to do more damage. Runners on the corners, still no outs. 0-1 pitch. Shaw sprints off of first, slides into second. No throw is made from Campos. Didn't want to take the same chance he did earlier on and allowed the run to come home and score. So a stolen base for Matt Shaw. That's the third stolen bag this inning for Bourne. Now a pair of runners in scoring position. Still no outs. This one can get away from the gateman in a hurry. 1-1 pitch. Dives inside. Ball 2. And keep in mind for Wyatt Hudipole, he was not today's anticipated starter. It was going to be Grayson Moore, who had a late scratch. We were not given the reason why, but Hudipole, at least we weren't notified, he was today's starting pitcher until roughly 4 o'clock. The 2-1 pitch, upstairs, and that's ball 3.
And yeah, you're exchanging a guy in Grayson Moore that's an all-star this season and pitched so well in his previous couple of starts for a player in Wyatt Hudipole that hadn't started this season, which is definitely a detriment.
Horvath at third, Shaw stands at second. Slide at the dish. Hudipole offers up the 3-1. Skied infield. Fabian backs over from third. He'll make the catch. Runners will not advance. That's the first out to end the inning.
It's huge for Wyatt Hudipole to get soft contact and keep it on the infield, especially because it allows Jack Sullivan to continue his momentum out there, and he'll most likely be the next pitcher out for the gateman. But if Hudipole could somehow get out of this jam with his infield playing in, this could be huge.
Runners at second and third for Christopher Brito. Struck out, swinging back in the first. Righty on righty. Hudipole with 1 out. Comes home. Breaking ball upstairs. Count 1-0, and Campos will jog out for a conversation. Bourne leads 4-2 in the bottom of the third inning, though they're still threatening to score more. Horvath stands at third base, Shaw behind him at second. And the difference in this game was the fact that Bourne started off this third inning with 3 straight base hits, all singles. But then they tack on 3 stolen bases. That's how they scored the run that they have in this third inning, a double steal to second and home. 1-0 pitch from Hudipole. Off speed outer half, that's ball 2. Hudipole peering in, trying to keep the deficit at just 2 runs. 2-0 pitch. Fastball in the top half, called strike 1. Hudipole peering in. Runners at second and third, 1 out. 2-1 pitch. Lined out of play, third base side in foul territory. Brito, a .324 hitter for the Braves. 9 runs driven in, 2 homers. Hudipole, long pause, now comes set at the letters. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball just on the outer edge. Count full. Brito batting out of the 5 spot. Carson Jones in the on-deck circle. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Horvath at third. Shaw at second. The payoff pitch. Brito line drive, base hit into left. Horvath comes home from third to score. Held up at third as Shaw make it a 5-2 Bourne lead on an RBI single from Christopher Brito.
Bourne's doing it all in all facets of the game, whether it be on the ground, in the air. Good contact wherever Hudipole puts it. And for a player in wide Hudipole that's trying to work top to bottom, he's gotten away from his lateral movement, and a lot of the times when that happens, you miss it over the heart of the plate, which is what happened with Brito there.
Pitching coach Eddie Marco makes his way out to the mound for a conversation with Hudipole. We mentioned Jack Sullivan warming up in the Gateman pen. He is still actively throwing in the corner of right field. 2 runs have come across for Bourne in this third inning. One, Bryce Eblin came home to score from third base on a throw down to second. A double steal from the Bravos made it 4-2. It's now 5-2, courtesy of an RBI base hit from Christopher Brito that split the left side and brought Mac Horvath home from third. Brito at first. Shaw moves to third base. Conversation concluded. It's time for Hudipole to work against Carson Jones
Right fielder number
with 1 out in the bottom of the
Tech,
third inning.
Carson
Gateman trailing
Jones.
by 3. Jones out of Virginia Tech struck out swinging to lead off the second inning. One of 2 strikeouts to Hudipole's credit today. Back in that second as well, Cam, he really worked the inner half of the plate. 3 pitches, 3 swing and miss. First pitch, called strike 1, lower outer half on the fastball. Jones, a .214 hitter. He's driven in 6 for the Braves, trying to make it 7 with Shaw at third base. Brito at first, 1 away in the inning. The 0-1. Fastball up high. Count even at 1-1. Wyatt Hudipole now at 56 pitches, just 31 for strikes. Righty on lefty, the 1-1. Cut on and missed. Off speed inner half. Strike 2 on Jones.
Hudipole should continue working low in the zone to Carson Jones, because whenever he tries to test high, a lot of the times he'll drop it right in the middle of the zone because he misses his location. So go with what you know.
Runners on the corners. Hudipole looking for a key second out to take away the sacrifice opportunity. The 1-2 pitch to Jones. Runner goes. Pitch outside. No throw is made from Campos. Brito, the 4th stolen base this inning for Bourne. 2 runners in scoring positions and a 2-2 count to Jones.
Cade, this isn't the blueprint that you want. The Gatemen are the one team that opposing teams steal the most against, and then the Bourne Braves are second on the Cape in stolen bases per game.
A recipe for disaster, if you ask me. Runners at second, third, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch from Hudipole. Jones grounds it off the inside front of the plate. Throw back from Hudipole to the plate in time to catch Shaw, and that's a key second out. Brito advances from second to third. Runners are on the corners. On the fielder's choice, 3-1,
Third
or
baseman
excuse me,
number 13
3-2 put out.
Wyatt Hensler. And at this time, if there's an Anthony Lee in
Huge
the crowd
play
today,
for
I repeat, if there's an
Wyatt
Anthony
Hudipole.
Lee in the crowd today,
Morena
please
picked up
report to
that
the press
ball,
box at
flipped
this
it
time.
home, and
Anthony
a
Lee
good
to the press box, please.
good
Thank you.
mindset to throw that one home. He could have looked off at first for the sure out, but because that one dribbled right to him on the right side, did a great job flipping it home.
Runners are on the corners, 2 outs in the inning. Braves lead at 5-2. First pitch to Wyatt Hensler. Fastball inside. Count 1-0. Hensler grounded over to first base back in the second inning. He's got Brito at third, Jones at first. Pick off over to first, and now we've got us a rundown. Anderson will throw it home over to Campos. Now back to Fabian at third. He sprints down Brito and applies the tag. Well, as always, it's the 1-3, 2-5 putout to end the inning. 2 runs come across for the Braves. It's now 5-2 Bourne as we go to the top of the 4th when we return for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Continuing with our corporate sponsors.
The Gateman would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gateman players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you. After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
We make our way into the top of the 4th inning. The Gatemen trail Bourne 5-2 on the road as Derek Fabian, Jack Hausinger, and Brian Morrell will step to the dish. Fabian 0 for 1 tonight. Foul territory pop-out back in the 2nd inning. The Gatemen being out-hit by 2 as a pair of runs came across for the Braves to score in the bottom of the 3rd inning. An RBI hit from Christopher Brito, and then a double steal brought Bryce Edlin home from 3rd base. It's righty on righty. As Ryan Fisher is back on the bump. The New Jersey Institute of Technology right-hander comes home, breaking ball in the dirt, count 1-0. Meanwhile for Wareham, a pair of RBI doubles for Max Anderson and Blake Wright in the top of the 3rd had drawn this Gateman team within a single run. The 1-0's cut on and missed the fastball to even the count. So Cam, as an offense, just as you begin your way of clawing your way back into this one, once again, you face a 3-run deficit. 1-1 to Fabian. Foul back into the netting. Strike 2.
I think a lot of former players would say, and they'd agree with this sentiment, and even current players as well, it's taxing when you're playing in a deficit, especially when it's 2 or more runs, because that crooked number is tough to come back by. So to put up a top of the 3rd as the Gatemen did, and then to watch the defense kind of fold a little bit, it's tough. We'll see if the Gatemen have the opportunity to come back in it.
1-2 back of the middle, base hit. Derek Fabian, a leadoff single in the top of the 4th, his first hit today, the 5th from the Gatemen to bring up Jack Hausinger.
Derek Fabian's 2nd hit of the season, and now 35 tries against righties, but throw away the attempts because Fabian got contact on that one, put it up the middle, and hey, I'm liking the Gatemen's approach at the plate. They're looking for their pitch, and they're staying patient even when they're behind the count.
Righty on lefty for Hausinger with Fabian on at first. First pitch to Jack is a fastball up and out. Count 1-0. For Hausinger, he singled back in the 2nd inning, went opposite field, a blooper shot to shallow left. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, called strike 1, outside corner. Hausinger, a 209 average this summer. Fabian inches off of first base. No outs in the top of the 4th. Gatemen trail it by 3. Fisher, 1-1. Fastball up and away. Ball 2. '61st pitch of the afternoon on the plate. 2-1. Called strike 2 in the upper half against Hausinger. Fisher has been strong so far this afternoon. Now 61 pitches, 38 for strikes. 1 on, no outs. The 2-2. Runner goes, but it's fouled away. Fabian will return to first. Housing remains at a 2-2 count. (5-2) Bourne leads. Pickoff over to first base. Fabian back in time. Righty on lefty. Fisher comes set. Deals the 2-2. We'll have to wait. Pickoff over to first base just in time. It's Derek Fabian. That was a close one there.
Okay, that was one of the best throws I've ever seen over to first. You know, coaches will say you got to lead your first baseman's glove into the runner. That one went right into his glove and the first baseman Burrito, and he was already touching the back of Derek Fabian.
Hausinger battling. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Fisher deals. Cut on and missed. Fastball outside and away. 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Fisher. First out in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, Fisher's looked really strong, working all around the zone. Now I'm really interested to see how Brian Morrell works into this lineup, knowing that there are only 12 games left and seeing what he's able to do at the bottom of the order.
Morrell 0 for 1 today. Grounded out back to second in the second. First pitch low. Count 1-0. Morrell, still a new face to the Gatemen, just joined the team 2 days ago. A senior out of Hofstra. The 1-0. Hard chopper up the middle. Gloving it there is Eblin. He'll turn around, throw to first, but it won't be in time. A 1-out single for Brian Morrell, his first hit with Wareham. Fabian goes to second base, and 2 are aboard with 1 away for Brian Padilla.
There we go. The Gatemen are
Number 4,
starting to up their
Brian
offensive
Padilla.
intensity, and a lot of it is getting lucky, which is ironic because prior to this game we were talking about how unlucky the Gatemen had been as of late.
The tying run back at the dish for Wareham. It's Padilla, who's 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Morrell at first, Fabian at second, 1 away, top 4. First pitch. Off speed, called strike 1 over the heart of the plate. Fabian 1 home run this season. That was back at Spillane and back in the month of June against Brewster. A pinch hit solo blast. 1 here would tie the game. The 0-1. Padilla takes strike 2 inside. Fastball painted the inside half from Fisher. Nothing in 2 the count. Runners at first and second, 1 away. Fisher comes set. Sends it home. Fastball just misses the opposite half of the plate from Padilla, the righty hitter, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes against the Yukon Husky. The left-hander beginning to warm up in the Bourne pin in left, which isn't good news for the Gatemen, who don't hit lefties very well. Fisher, the right-hander, remains on the mound for now. The 1-2, cut on and missed. 5 strikeouts today for Ryan Fisher, and a key second out in this 4th frame. An off-speed that tailed away from Padilla. He gave chase. And now here's Scott Landers, manager for the Bourne Braves. And that 5th strikeout from Ryan Fisher appears to be his final batter of the afternoon. He works through the order twice, allows 2 runs to this point, though he is responsible for runners at first and second base. We go to commercial break. We return and tell you about the new Bourne pitcher on the mound. We return to Doran Park. The Braves lead at 5-2 on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
Looking for a turnkey rental experience on the Cape? Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has a dedicated team of rental professionals ready to provide homeowners and guests with exceptional service. For Cape Cod rentals, nothing compares. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
What's up, Gateman fans? Looking for Wareham jerseys, shirts, and hats? You can find all of that and more online at gateman.org/shop. Visit to get all your Gateman gear today.
Well, we're still in the top of the fourth in a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Braves. Pitching change. It'll bring in Will Sandy out of North Carolina, an 0-1 record on the summer in 4 previous outings, a 7.71 ERA, 1 start to his credit, but 4 appearances, 9 1/3 innings of work, 8 strikeouts to 4 walks over at the University of North Carolina this past junior campaign. 12 games, 6 starts, and like you alluded to earlier, Cade, this is the Gateman team that only bats .200 against lefties.
Back at the top of the order for Chase Davis, his 3rd time in the plate tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Derek Fabian stands at second. Brian Morrell over at first. They both reached on base hits. With 2 away in the inning, it's lefty on lefty. And first pitch to Davis. It's a fastball, called strike 1 on the outer half. 0-1 the count to the Arizona Wildcat. Sandy comes set. Deals the 0-1 pitch. Fastball away to even the count. The Gatemen have tallied 6 hits their first 2 times through the order. Max Anderson responsible for a 1/3 of those. A single and a double for him tonight. Two aboard, 2 away. The 1-1 pitch. Off speed away. That's ball 2. Davis retightens those Arizona red batting gloves. A big A on the back of each hand. The 2-1 offering from Sandy. Cut on and missed. Change-up pitch left up in the zone. Davis really liked it, but couldn't connect on it. Count evens at 2-2.
I think Davis was also reading fastball rather than a break and swung ahead of that one.
Just 300 feet. Yes, 300 feet to the corner of right field. A lefty hitter like Davis loves that. 2 aboard, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, outside, ball 3. A tying run at the plate for the Gatemen, who trail 5-2 on the road. The first 3 times these 2 teams met, they ended in a 2-2 tie every single game. Not going to be the case here tonight, that's clear. Payoff pitch to Davis. Runners both go. It's popped up in the air. Foul territory tied, out of play. We'll see it again. Will Sandy, the left-hander out of North Carolina, trying to step in out of the Braves' pen and strand runners at first and second base and leave the tying run at the plate for Wareham. Left-hander is set. Once again, the payoff pitch. Off speed, popped up, out of play, just behind home plate. It'll clear the fencing. Davis battling. He's fouled off a pair of pitches. Both left on the outer half to him with a full count. Back in the box, he'll tap home plate 3 times with the lumber. Fabian at second, Morrell at first, 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Gateman trail by 3. Full count pitch. Line drive, hit high in the air, deep center field. Going back is Horvath at the track. He'll make the catch to end the inning. A hard hit, high drive from Chase Davis that could have tied the game is left 5 feet short. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Bourne leads it 5-2 as we'll return for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod baseball.
Hey Gateman fans, don't miss out as the Wareham Gatemen head to Worcester, Mass. to take on the Bourne Braves at Polar Park, the home of the Worcester Red Sox. This special game at Polar Park takes place Monday, July 25th with a 6:45 first pitch. Tickets start at just $10, so head to gateman.org to get yours today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's back! The 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat and hosted by the Wareham Gatemen, is back after a 2-year hiatus. The game will be played at Spillane Field, home of the Gatemen, on Saturday, July 23rd, 2022, at 7 Viking Drive, Wareham, Massachusetts. Gates open at 2 p.m., autograph sessions from 2:40 to 4:50 p.m., the home run hitting contest at 5 p.m., and game time is set for 6:05 p.m. For your safety, no coolers, backpacks, or other large bags of any kind will be allowed into the game. There will be several different concessions available for food, drinks, and other delights. Tickets are $5 per person and are on sale today at the concession stand or online at www.gateman.org. We look forward to seeing you all there. We're back at Doran Park in Bourne, Massachusetts. In the bottom of the 4th, the Braves lead 5-2. The new pitcher on for the Wareham Gatemen is Jack Sullivan out of Yukon, the sophomore standing at 5'11", weighing 190. The righty, in his 7th appearance on the summer, a 1-0 record, 8 innings of work prior, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 6 strikeouts to 3 walks, a 4.50 ERA for Jack Sullivan.
In the bottom of the 4th inning, Sullivan steps into a contest that Bourne leads by 3 runs. It's 5-2 Bravos. Here's 7, 8, 9 due up in the order. Wyatt Hensler, Joshua Moylan, and Tomas Frick stepping up to the plate. Righty on righty. Sullivan turns and deals first pitch to Hensler. Grounder over to short. Blake Brown a couple hops, throws across in time. A quick first out in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Cade, I'll say it time and time again. I believe Blake Wright is one of the best shortstops I've seen on the Cape. His ability to control his footwork on whatever hops come his way and to defer off his teammate either to the right or to the left, and then his also his ability to add some arm strength on those tosses over to first. I love Blake Wright over that position.
Wyatt Hudipol's final line in a moment. First pitch to Joshua Moylan. Off the plate, count 1-0. Hudipol, 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all which were earned. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts for the Wareham starter tonight. Righty on lefty with 1 out and the base is empty. 1-0 pitch. Fastball called strike 1 in the upper half. Moylan out of East Carolina, connected on a solo homer back in the 2nd inning. 1 of 2 long balls lifted out from Bourne. 1-1. Line drive into center field. That falls for a base hit at the feet of Davis. Make it a multi-hit game for Joshua Moylan. With 1 batter on with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Bourne leads
Catcher
by
number
3.
4 out of North Carolina, Tomas Frick.
1 aboard for Tomas Frick, the catcher from North Carolina. Not the start to the summer that Frick had been looking for. It's just 2 for 28, including a ground out to third base back in the 2nd inning. 1 aboard, 1 away. Sullivan, a righty on righty, first pitch. Sky to the air, shallow right field. It'll stay on the infield. Padilla's there for out number 2. Two outs, bottom 4.
Second baseman
Frick
number 2
flies out.
Alabama,
We go to the top of the
Bryce
order for the 3rd
Eblin.
time tonight for Bryce Eblin, second baseman. A walk in the 1st, he singled in the 3rd. Righty on lefty. Eblin in the leadoff spot. 2-out pitch from Sullivan. Upstairs and out. That's ball 1. Sullivan peering in. Now comes set at the letters. The runner at first and 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Grounder, second base side. Padilla's there. Throw to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard through 4 in Bourne. The Braves lead at 5-2 as we'll return for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. We offer over 400 different beverage choices on Cape Cod to quench every thirst, and more than 150 of those are low or no-calorie options.
Back for the top of the 5th from Dorn Park tonight, Bourne, Massachusetts. Cade, Crenshaw, Cameron, Ezeir, and Claire Foley with you on this Tuesday evening. Braves lead at 5-2. over the Gatemen. It's Anderson, Campos, Wright duo for each of the third time tonight. Anderson 2 for 2, a single and a double so far. He's also driven in a run. He works against the left-hander Will Sandy for the first time tonight. Lefty on righty, first pitch. Fastball doesn't catch the inner half. Count 1-0.
His 10th multi-hit performance of the season as well.
Fastball taken for a strike on the outside edge. Gatemen trying to battle back in this game. They scored 2 runs in the top of the third. The 1-1. Off speed, lifted out foul. Right field corner over near the construction zone. A 1 ball, 2 strikes, the 2-hole hitter in Anderson. Sandy deals the 1-2. Fastball upstairs. Count even at 2 apiece. A wind that had died down at one point, the breeze has picked back up. Turns and deals the 2-2. Fastball outside. Anderson holds back, count full. The Gatemen led off that third frame when they scored their pair of runs with a leadoff walk. And Anderson do the same here. Sandy deals the payoff. Line drive, base hit into left field. I said walk, a base hit is better. A leadoff single for Max Anderson. Make it 3 hits for him tonight. And the leadoff man's aboard in the top of the 5th.
And the third time Anderson has achieved that feat this season. The last was against Hyannis on the 7th of July, and he's just been so uber consistent for the Gatemen, and he doesn't hunt for those extra base hits. All he needs is to get on base, and that's what makes Max Anderson so good.
1 aboard for Ryan Campos. Lefty hitter on the lefty pitcher, Sandy. First pitch, hit high in the air to center field. Back is Horvath at the track at the fence. He leaps and makes the catch. A deep fly out for the first out on the top of the 5th from Campos. He falls to 0-3 tonight.
Shortstop number 8 out of Clemson, Blake Wright.
1 aboard for Blake Wright with 1 out. Clemson shortstop doubled back in the 3rd to drive in a run, and that run scored was from Max Anderson, who's at first base. Lefty on righty, 1 away. Tying run on deck for the Gatemen. First pitch. Off speed in the dirt, count 1-0. Will Sandy out of North Carolina on the bump. This is his first full inning of work. Faced 1 batter to end the 4th. The 1-0. Cut on and miss from right. Change up. Good movement on the inner half to even the count at 1-1. Anderson inches off first, led off the inning with a single moments ago. 1-1 to right. Fastball doesn't catch the outer half. That's ball 2. Two-one pitch. Off the plate, ball 3. Blake Wright popped out in foul territory back in the 1st, an RBI double in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Three-one. We'll have to wait. A slow pick off to first. Anderson back in time. Sandy comes set. Anderson off first, 1 away. 3-1 pitch. Fastball taken for strike 2 right down Broadway. Count now full. The left-hander readies at the belt. Another pick off to first. Anderson back in time. Payoff pitch. Outside and away. It's ball 4. First walk issued from Will Sandy. Comes with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Runners go to first and second. That'll bring up Carter Graham for the second consecutive inning. The Gatemen have the tying run at the plate.
And Cade, it's thanks to Blake Wright, who leads this team with now 15 walks.
Graham 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout his last time up in the 3rd. Lefty on righty with 1 out and runners at first and second. The pitch from Sandy. Fastball taken for a called strike 1. Sandy looks back to second. Now comes home. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just missing the upper outer corner. That'll even the count in 1-1. Sandy has been hit or miss with the zone since coming out of the pen. 23 pitches, just 12 for strikes. 1-1 offering. Cut on and miss from Graham. A changeup on the outside. He gave chase and couldn't connect. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 5-hole hitter from Stanford.
Hey, Cade, the first 2 pitches were feeler pitches for Carter Graham, and he was reading a fastball as it went to the outside because the first breaking ball went inside. Great job by Will Sandy to switch things up.
The 1-2 punch. Sky in the air, out of play. Foul territory style on the first base. Half of the field. Sun beginning to set. We've got a beautiful sunset here this evening. The lights are on at Bourne Park. Runners at first and second. 1 away in the inning. The 1-2. Fastball just up high. Count evened at 2-2. Anderson at second. Right at first, 1 out. In the top of the 5th, Gatemen trail by 3. The 2-2 to Graham. Up and away, it's ball 3. Graham has battled to a full count. He represents the tying run. The Gatemen trail 5-2. Payoff pitch. Lined out of play. Third base side. It'll bounce off the fencing. We'll see the 3-2 yet again. Graham, no home runs this summer, but a Pac-12 best 22 this spring. What a better way to break out than right here. We've seen a couple deep drives so far. The 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul yet again. Third base side. Davis to end the 4th, where he was the tying run. Left it on the warning track. Ryan Campos, just 2 batters ago, a deep center field fly out as well. It's 330 to left, 395 to center, and just 300 to a short right field porch. 2 on, 1 away. For the 3rd time now, the 3-2. Sky to left center. Ranging over his slight, he'll make the catch. Anderson, who had sprinted off of second to third, and now reverses his course of action. Back to second base he goes. 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Another hard hit ball from Carter Graham that goes right into the direction of Evan's slight. Graham just gets a bit more pull on that, and he ropes it down the left field line. Then we're talking about a different story on the day for Graham.
2 on, 2 away. Here's Derek Fabian, the third baseman out of Florida. 1 for 2. Singled back in the fourth. His last time up at the plate. Now works against a left-hander in Will Sandy. Anderson at second base, Blake right at first. 2-out pitch, grounded foul, third base side. Count 0-1. Fabian represents the tying run yet again for this Gateman team. The 0-1 pitch. Driven to straightaway center field. Horvath steps up to make the catch and end the inning. The Gatemen strand 2 for the second straight inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-2 Bourne. We'll return for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. In-person and online classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in accounting, business, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yockey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years.
Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years of real estate experience to the South Shore and Cape Cod area. The Robert Paul Properties team not only specializes in coastal luxury properties, but proudly serves our veterans in their home search or sell process. Joanne Stevenson is your local, homegrown agent who knows the area and knows the market. Call Joanne Stevenson with Robert Paul Properties for all your real estate needs. Located at 155 Front Street in Marion.
Back for the bottom half of the fifth, Selvin remains on the mound for the Gatemen. It's 5-2 Braves. First pitch, a called strike on the inner half. Selvin, the right-hander out of UConn, against Mac Horvath, one of 2 home run hitters this evening for Bourne. 2-run homer back in the first. The 0-1. Fastball up and in to even the count at 1 apiece. Horvath out of North Carolina. 2 for 2 tonight, then home run. He singled last time up in the third. Stole a base and came around to score a run. 1-1. Sullivan paints the inner half with a fastball for strike 2. The Gatemen, though, offensively have just come that close to tying this game in back-to-back innings, leaving the tying run at the plate in the 4th and 5th. Both frames ending on deep center field flyouts. 1-2 pitch. Fastball up high. Count even at 2-2. Two, 3, 4 due up in the Bourne Braves order. Sullivan, the second pitcher used tonight after Wyatt Hudipole. Ninth starter went 3. Bases empty, no outs as we get the bottom of the 5th underway. Time called by the hitter. Bourne may lead it 5-2, but each team has totaled 7 hits. Bourne, though, has just used extra power. 2 of their 7 were home runs. Horvath and Joshua Moylan in the second. 2-2. Popped in the air, foul territory. Anderson gives chase from first, nearing the dugout. He won't get there in time. Or excuse me, he did make the catch. That's the first out of the inning.
Yo, Cade, that one was tough to see from our vantage point with the netting ranging all the way right in front of the dugout on the first base side. We get blocked off by the dugout itself and the poles that hold up the netting, and I couldn't even see if Anderson made that catch as he stayed inside the ballpark.
First pitch to the righty Matt Shaw with 1 out. Line foul out of play, third base side. Shaw 1 for 2, single back in the third. For Sullivan, his 7th appearance of the summer. Game win with a 4.50 ERA. Faced just 4 batters in his first inning of work in the 4th. Oh, 1. Fastball rides high, count even. Righty on righty, the 1-1 pitch. Foul back into the netting, strike 2. Bourne leading by 3 in the bottom half of the 5th. These two teams combining for 7 runs tonight. That's more than the first 3 meetings combined, as each ended in a 2-2 tie. Sullivan, base is empty and 1 out, turns and deals the 1-2. Up and over the glove of Campos. Fastball misses way up high. Count even at 2-2. Shaw out of Maryland. Sullivan shakes off a pair of signs from Campos, now settles. The 2-2. Fouled off to the first base side yet again. Game 33 of 44 this summer. The 2-2. Hard chopper on the infield. Padilla fields it from second base. A quick throw to first just in time to beat out a speedy Shaw. That's 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 5th.
Ooh, what a play by Brian Padilla. He knew that with the speed of Matt Shaw, right when it entered his glove, it had to go into his bare hand. And a really good job with the exchange over to first, 2 away.
Two down for Evan Slight, the left fielder from Rutgers, a righty on lefty matchup. Fastball in the dirt. An early 1-0 count. Called strike 1 on the inside half. One off the plate. That's ball 2. Two outs, bottom 5. Bourne leading 5-2. 2-1 pitch. Grounded foul. First base line out of play. Slide 0 for 2, uncharacteristic for him. 4 for 8 in his previous 2 games against the Gatemen, but 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out in the first, fly out in the third. Two-two punch, slight, fouls it off the plate to stay alive on 2 strikes.
Cade, I will say those 3 pitches just thrown by Sullivan, the best movement I've seen today out of the Yukon right-hander. It stays down the pipe and will veer on that inside corner, which has gotten a bit out of a groove. A lot of slow grounders.
He looks for his first strikeout in the afternoon, the 2-2. Foul back off the backstop. Once again, to stay alive on 2 strikes. Sullivan peering in. 2-2. Fouled off the plate yet again from Slight. Eighth pitch of the at-bat upcoming for Evan Slight. He remains at a 2-2 count. Bases are empty. 2 away in the inning. Two pitch. Popped him up, foul territory. Fabian racing towards the fencing. It's in the air, but it's over the fence and near the concession stand it'll land. We'll see the 9th pitch of this at-bat. Two. Change up, fouled away. Make it 10. Pitch count for Evan Slight. Two balls, 2 strikes to the 4-hole hitter. Bourne leading by 3. The 2-2. Cut on and missed. Sullivan ends it with a strikeout 10 pitches later. A 1-2-3 frame. We're through 5 at Doran Park, and Bourne leads at 5-2. We'll return for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Local craft beer, great food, games, outdoor beer garden, and live music. That's all at Stone Path Malt. Better malt, better beer. Conveniently located across from Wareham Crossing in the West Wareham Industrial Park. Check them out.
The law firm of Lang, Exifaris, and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exifaris, and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Whether a night at the tap room for pub grub, dinner for the family, or a full-service catered event, Minkle Boys Catering. Food with passion. Book your event today.
We're in the top of the 6th inning. Bourne leads Wareham 5-2. 7-8-9 due up in the Gateman order. Led off by Jack Hausinger, the left fielder. 1 for 2 tonight. He singled back in the 2nd. Struck out last time up in the 4th. This, though, is first time facing the left-hander Will Sandy. And first pitch in the dirt. Count 1-0. Sandy, a southpaw out of North Carolina. 1-0, fouled off from Hausinger, off his own body as well, to even the count at 1 apiece.
The Gatemen are down 5-2, but they've clearly not been outmatched. They have at least one hit in every single inning, and they've left now 7 on base. If Hausinger is able to get on the base paths, Wareham has to do a better job trying to drive him home.
1-1, cut on and miss for strike 2. Fastball inside edge. Gateman 2 runs on 7 hits. The 1-2, swing and a miss from Hausinger, drop strike 3. No throw is made to first. Our home plate umpire let Tomas Frick know that it was not dropped. Hausinger thought it was, and he ran it out. 1 away, top 6.
Right fielder number 12 out of Hofstra, Brian Morrell.
One thing I just have to say, Cam, is how loud this PA speaker is in Bourne. It's right in our ears. It's very, very frustrating, I might say. 1-out pitch to Brian Morrell. It's a call strike 1 in the outer half. Not to mention, there's nobody sitting over here. There's no bleacher seating on this side of the field, so I understand why they run that PA system over here. We know who's at bat. They're from our team. The 0-1. Morrell cut on and missed for strike 2. The changeup pitch over the heart of the plate.
Cade, I find it funnier that the speaker itself is closer to our side, where there are a lack of fans, so they have to turn it up so the fans on the other side, where there are actually fans, can hear.
Grounder, third base, soft dribbler. Hensler picks and throws. 2 away in the inning.
Second baseman number 4 out of UConn.
That'll bring up Brian Padilla. Second baseman batting out of the 9 spot. 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. Lefty on righty. 2 away and the base is empty. First pitch. Sky in the air, right field. Charging on it is Jones, and the right fielder makes the catch to end the frame. The Gatemen go down in order, and we go to the bottom of the 6th with Bourne leading 5-2. We'll be back for more Wareham baseball on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Each and every game here at Spillane Field is made possible by our sponsors. Let's take a moment to recognize Gateway Tavern, Coastal Orthodontics, Fairway Financial, Joanne Stevenson, Sullivan Wine and Spirits, Deb Levesque Massage Therapy, the Law Office of Mark Deshays, Office Technology Group, J&M Baseball Academy, South Coast Health, Minkle Boys Catering, 80 Makepeace, Reed Custom Soils, Soft as a Grape, Bay Motor Inn, Point Sign, Wareham, Sipicon, and Dartmouth Week, Cranberry Self Storage, Village Signs, the Law Office of Lang, Exaferris, and Bullard, Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP, Robertson's GMC, Effie's Homemade, Wareham Country Market, the Wareham House of Pizza, Robbery's Tree Service, Patty Wild, Onset Bay Association, Select PT, El Mariachi, Water Whiz, and Cool Cone. Thank you once again to our sponsors of your Wareham Gatemen.
Back at Dorn Park in the bottom of the 6th. Braves lead it 5-2 over the Gatemen. 5-6-7 due up, led off by Christopher Brito. Righty on righty. Sullivan's first pitch. Fastball, called strike 1 in the top half.
Cade, do you know what Christopher Brito's nickname is, by chance?
I would assume it has something to do with burrito, because that's what I think of.
Nope.
The 0-1 from Sullivan. Off speed, lifted back foul to the netting, strike 2.
Now I want to ask if it's Brits or Breets, because his last name is pronounced Brito, but I think it sounds better if his nickname is Brits, almost like grits.
Okay, have you ever had grits?
I have. Good grits?
Yeah, I was about to say,
not.
where did these grits come from? You a San Diego and Syracuse guy. Grits are in the one part of the country you haven't lived in. down south. The 0-2 punch from Sullivan. Fastball in the dirt for ball 1.
You'd have to show me a good grit spot.
Well, you've got to go to Waffle House then. Have you ever been to Waffle House?
I've never been to Waffle House.
Oh, man. Oh, legendary spot. Everyone should experience a Waffle House, but it's like at 2 a.m. in the morning. Wild. The 1-2. Brito high line drive. Deep left center field. Racing back is Hausinger at the fence. It's up and over the wall. Christopher Brito. A solo homer to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Make it 6-2. Bourne with Brito's 4th long ball of the summer.
Wow, he crushed that ball. Fresh off the bat, you knew it was gone here at Doran Park, mainly because he got out in front of it. And a lot of the times when you're throwing an off-speed pitch and you can attack it out in front, get good barrel to the ball, and that ball was launched out to deep left field. And hey, this is a Wareham team and a pitching staff that gives up the most home runs on the Cape, and it's showing today. 3 bombs for the Bourne Braves.
First from Brito. That'll bring up Carson Jones, the right fielder from Virginia Tech. Righty on lefty, first pitch. Spike in the dirt, fastball, early 1-0 count. Well, Cam, earlier this afternoon, the 2022 edition, Major League Baseball's draft, wrapped up. And the Gatemen had plenty of names called, former and current players alike. The 1-0, high drive, deep left field. Charging now is Hausinger. He makes the catch. 1 away. In the bottom of the 6th, Bourne leads by 4. Things got started early on Monday. The 3rd round pick, 98th overall to the Toronto Blue Jays, is Alan Roden, who saw considerable action with the Gatemen this summer. Roden out of Creighton, so huge congrats to Alan, but then the Gatemen didn't have to wait too much longer. Hogan Windish got his name called in the 7th round. Follow that up, Cam Weston in the 8th round to Baltimore. Jonathan Brand, well, he's staying near Massachusetts. The 8th round selection of the Boston Red Sox. And Michael Walsh was drafted in the 9th round to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, those were active players that were drafted yesterday. Plenty more today. More on that in a moment. 1 away, the 1-0. Fastball called strike 1 from the outer edge. Other players from the 2022 Gatemen drafted today in the 12th round, or make that the 11th round, pick 342 to Milwaukee was Cameron Wagner, the right-handed pitcher from Eastern Michigan. A few picks later, the 12th round, 370 to the Yankees was Jackson Fristow. 1-1, spiked in the opposite batter's box for ball 2. Then the 14th round, the big man, Torrin Montgomery, pick 412. He will be a part of the Miami Marlins organization. And that routed things out for active players from the Gatemen from this year's team that were drafted. But soon after the draft, this is a little bit of breaking news. We just got it moments ago. Left-handed pitcher who started yesterday's game, Michael Sansone, has signed a free agent contract with the Tampa Bay Rays. Ground ball put over to short, his throw across in time, 2 away in the inning. So congrats to all of those players, including Michael Sansone, for pursuing their dreams of playing professional baseball. And that's just off of this year's team. Cam, you go beyond back the last couple of seasons for Gatemen baseball, and you're talking about nearly 20 former Gatemen heard their names called across the last 2 days. We'll bring you those in a moment. Righty on lefty. Here's Joshua Moylan. A solo homer back in the 2nd, the highlight of his night. 2-out pitch from Sullivan. Fastball taken for strike 1 over the heart of the plate. Adam Mazer, the first former Gateman that was drafted, the 2nd round on Sunday night, 53rd overall pick to your San Diego Padres. How about that? Sullivan, the 0-1. Fastball off the plate, count even. Jack Brannigan was then drafted in the 3rd round to the Pittsburgh Pirates. That was a common theme for the Gatemen this year, going to Pittsburgh's organization. Tennessee's Trey Lipscomb went in the 3rd round to the Washington Nationals. Jimmy Crooks in the 4th to St. Louis. Spencer Miles in the 4th round as well to San Francisco. The 1-1. Outside, and that's ball 2. Trace Gonzalez in the 5th round, pick 140. Once again, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sean McClain in the 5th round to the LA Dodgers. Clemson's Friday night guy, and Mac Anglin, pitched for the Gatemen last summer, went in the 7th round to the Kansas City Royals. And Devereaux Harrison in the 9th round to Toronto. Swing and miss, count even at 2-2 on Joshua Moylan, who's 2 for 2 tonight. Base is empty, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Bourne leads at 6-2. Sullivan offers up the 2-2 pitch. Cut on and miss to end the inning. A strikeout ends the bottom of the 6th for Sullivan, his second today, but a solo homer from Christopher Brito makes it a 6-2 Bourne game. Now we'll bring you the rest of that list of gatemen that were drafted when we return for the top of the 7th at Doran Park for more Gateman baseball, with Bourne leading 5-2.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at curry.edu.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866-ASK-MARY or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous Colossal Lobster Rolls, piled high on a grilled brioche and served hot buttered or just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Back at Doran Park, top of the 7th. Bourne leads Wareham 6-2. For the Gatemen, they go to the top of the order the 4th time tonight. It's Chase Davis, Max Anderson, and Ryan Campos. Top of the order due up to work against the left-hander Will Sandy out of North Carolina. This is soon to be his 3rd full inning of work. No one actively warming up in the Bourne pen, so the 7th inning looks to be his for now. Lefty on lefty for Davis at the dish. Sandy turns and deals. First pitch. Swing and a drive out to right field. Charging on it now is Jones, and it'll drop just inside the fair line. No, excuse me, it was caught. Again, this obstruction we have on the first base side is difficult to see. That's one out. And the top of the 7th, Cade Crenshaw, Claire Foley joined alongside a special guest and Harrison Eaton. He is our social media director, creative director, do-it-all guy with plenty of talents. Harrison back for his 2nd summer with the Gatemen. Now, we'll bring Harrison in a moment. First pitch to Max Anderson's cut on missed with 1 away. Count 0-1. Harrison, how are you?
Doing good. I'm happy to be here. No other place I'd rather be on Cape Cod on a, what is it now, Tuesday night. So.
Well, you know, for you, it's good to have you back as well. The 0-1, Anderson grounder back with the middle, but the second baseman, Eblin, couldn't field it cleanly. And reaching on 1 out is Max Anderson. We'll have to see if that's a hit or an error. They have not ruled it yet. You would think that might be an error because he had set up behind the second base bag to field it on a little bit of a shift, but no ruling just yet, at least on the official scoreboard in right center field. Now, Harrison, for you, you've seen not just this Gateman team all summer like we all have, but you saw plenty of Gatemen in recent years.
Of course.
Wareham native, grew up in the area, now living down, though, in North Carolina, attending App State. And now we see the previous play ruled a hit for Max Anderson. That's the 8th hit of the night for the Gateman and 4th for Max Anderson, the second Gateman this summer with 4 hits in a contest. Campos at the dish, an early 1-0 count. And plenty of players were drafted today. We started that list back moments ago with 9 players drafted yesterday. Former players, I should say. We had a few current as well, 5 current players drafted yesterday. Now, continuing that list here in this inning, Marcus Johnson went the 11th round to Boston. Bradley Beamer went to Baltimore in the 12th. And then Eli Saul in the 13th round to Arizona. These are all names that Gateman fans of years past are going to be familiar with. You as well, especially this one. Cade Fergus and Jeffrey Gilbert in the 13th round to Philadelphia and New York, respectively.
Yeah, both those guys absolutely balled out when, I know Jeffrey Gilbert's time was limited with the Wareham Gatemen early on in the season, but when Cade Fergus was an everyday outfielder, it made plays just always seemed to get on base and was just a quality guy, good guy to be around, and I'm happy he got the chance to get his opportunity to play in the majors with Philly.
Now, you were saying a little bit earlier how you feel like you're going to have to go buy a Pittsburgh Pirates jersey. The 2-1, Campos off the plate, and you rightfully so. I'm sure off the top of my head here, I'm thinking 3 or 4 Gatemen that went to Pittsburgh, and a few both off this current team and Michael Walsh, but others of yours past as well.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Samillo, Tress Gonzalez, Jack Brannigan. Nick Samillo was an early-on catcher for us last year, but Tress and Jack Brannigan were just, once again, 2 guys, everyday guys who would, just ball out for us and always quality guys to be around. And Michael Walsh, Jimmer, that's my guy. He was my guy this year, and sad to see him go, but happy to see him get this opportunity to play down in Pittsburgh. So a lot of respect for those guys, and can't wait to see what they do with their future.
Cameron Jones went the 16th round to Tampa. Sammy Natera went to the Angels in the 17th, and Andrew Walters went to the 18th round to the Orioles. So plenty of Gatemen drafted all across the board. We see a mound conversation now for Will Sandy. And folks, if you're not familiar, go on to the Gatemen social media pages, Twitter at Wareham Gatemen, Instagram, the whole works, and just look at the work that Harrison does. It's remarkable. You'll see every player drafted, but not only that, also some of those jersey swaps. You take a photo of Gatemen players when they're pitching for the Gatemen, switch out a few things on your computer, and suddenly it looks like they're pitching in the big leagues.
Yeah, it's definitely something I've tried to teach myself over the years, and something that's I think benefited me in my career as well. And it's just kind of cool to see these guys' reactions when it's, for example, Michael Walsh sent him that picture yesterday, and he was just going nuts over text to me, and just loved it. And that's what I love most about what I do, is just seeing everybody's reactions and how much it, makes them feel good. And it's something that they can share with others, and something that they can also celebrate, which is something that they should be celebrating. So,
runners at first and second with 1 out for Blake Wright. 1 for 2 tonight, an RBI double and a walk to his credit. Sandy, the left-hander, working against the righty hitter. First pitch, skied out of play, first base side. Now, Harrison, you're a little bit of a younger guy. Just wrapped up your sophomore year there at App State, and uber talented. Exactly how did you get into doing, whether it be graphic design, creative video, or just any of the myriad of talents you have?
So I'm going to give all the credit to my high school, Middle Creek High School down in Apex, North Carolina, which is about 20 minutes outside of Raleigh. I was in an academy there, and they taught me pretty much the basics of all the Adobe products. And not only that, but both the soft skills and the hard skills that you'll need to carry on in your career, no matter what career path you do choose. So there's a lot of people in there who will choose to do a digital media career field like myself, but there's other people who are pursuing other interests. But the things you learn inside of there just carry you on. And then through the longest time in there, I wanted to do what you, Cade, Alex are doing, be on the mic, play-by-play, and then COVID hit, and I couldn't do that anymore for my high school just because there was no sports to commentate. And I chose the creative design route, and I fell in love with it ever since.
0-2, grounded over to the right side. Turnaround, flip to second base, just in time to get Campos for the second out. That'll be a fielder's choice. Blake Wright on at first. Anderson gets around to third. With 2 away in the inning, Carter Graham steps up. The Gatemen trailing by 4. Well, Harrison, while the stars may not have aligned for you to be doing play-by-play, I think you have found the spot for you incredibly well, incredibly talented. We're so happy you're a part of our team here in Wareham. Now, so far for this Gatemen team, Scott Landers will make his way out for a mound visit, which is just perfect. When we bring on a guest to broadcast, we want them to have plenty of time. We don't want to 5-pitch 1, 2, 3 innings. So this is working in our favor.
I know it.
Harrison, for you on this Gatemen team, they've hit a bit of a slump in recent days offensively, but you've also seen this team at their highest highs on the 3-game win streak earlier this month. What can they do, you think, just to try to turn this ship around as we approach playoff time?
I think now that the draft's over, you just got to find that niche in your lineup, that your guys that want to be here and that they're going to ball out, and these guys that, the bullpen's been struggling a little bit, but I think soon enough these guys will come together. These guys have been here since day one, and just play baseball. That's really all you got to do, because every time you come out here, you're facing the number 1 guy from every single school, whether it's on the mound or, at the plate. Like, these guys just, it's the best of the best. It's the best league in the world, and the best competition. You're gonna get better and better every day. So But yeah.
Pitching change has been made for the Braves. We'll tell you who in a moment. First, though, Harrison, you're in this league and you work in sports long enough where you start to find friends, whether it be in the players, other interns, the coaches even, and not just from your own team. Because I think it's the best part about summer ball is the friendships and relationships you make. And this one I'm going to talk about goes all the way back down to your home state. Today, Ryan Chassie, pitcher out of Campbell who had thrown some innings for Brewster this summer. He gets the call in the 17th round. Talk to me a little bit about what your relationship is with Ryan and how special it was for when you found out the news that he got drafted by a major league team.
So Ryan is a guy who I knew. He is 3 years older than me, so when I was a freshman in high school, he was a senior in high school at Middle Creek High School, and a dominant pitcher. He ended up getting the school record for strikeouts in a season. I think he topped out at 97, but that was then later broken by a junior this year who I would assume will be in the Cape League, Luke Brown. Later on, he's committed to Clemson, and so Ryan, I stuck with him, just kept in contact with him. He's such a good guy. He goes to Campbell right now, and believe it or not, he is also their photographer and graphic designer. He's been making all of Campbell's edits for them when they get drafted. When he's not pitching, he's always got the camera, and he does the same thing for the Brewster Whitecaps. So he's up here in the Cape League. He was named an All-Star, and I always had a feeling he was going to get drafted. He had a really good freshman year. He was Conference Player of the Year, and then later on had Tommy John, which set him back a couple years. But, man, that bounce back for that great Campbell team down in North Carolina, made a couple runs, trying to get to Omaha, and later on get selected by the Blue Jays today. And I just can't speak enough of that guy. Quality guy all around, and I would pick him number 1 overall if I could, if I had the choice. So.
Well, Carter Graham will step up. Runners on the corners for Justin Willis, the right-hander on the mound out of UConn. His 5th appearance, an ERA of 6 through 6 innings pitched. First pitch to Graham is fouled off third base side. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Yeah, how about that? I had not known that. The Chassis was not just a pitcher, and a dominant one at that, but also the team photographer and the team graphic designer.
Yeah, so he actually texted me a couple days ago and was like, hey, I really like your draft graphics. What do you think of mine? So he sent me them and gave him a little feedback and critiqued him a little bit. And he's always, sending me pictures of his little brother who's down at Middle Creek right now. He just actually graduated, but that man loves to have the camera in his hands just like myself, and always working. And that's what you got to do in this field. You can't just let it come to you. You have to keep working and get better and keep designing and critiquing and getting it to other people. And but I'm glad he's found his niche in both baseball and design world.
Graham will swing through strike 3. The Gateman Strand runners on the corners, and it's time to stretch here at Dorn Park with the Braves leading 6-2. Well, Harrison, thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast tonight, and an endless thanks for everything you do for all of us here in Wareham. Folks, remember the name, Harrison Eaton. You'll want to make sure you circle that one in a couple of years. Harrison, thanks so much, my friend. We go to the bottom of the 7th. We return from our Wareham Gateman baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
And tick, no, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866-ASK-MARY or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous Colossal Lobster Rolls, piled high on a grilled brioche and served hot buttered or just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Back for the bottom of the 7th. Bourne leads Wareham 6-2. And the Braves will bring up 9-1-2 in the order, led off by Tomas Frick. Sullivan remains on the bump. The right-hander out of UConn. Turns and deals first pitch. Fastball, called strike one, the upper inner corner. Thanks once again to Harrison Eaton for joining me in the top of the 7th moments ago. Our social media coordinator and do-it-all creative guy for the Gatemen. The 0-1 pitch. Called strike two, a breaking ball in the outer half. And Cam, I do have one correction to make. I introduced Harrison as a sophomore, and with as lengthy of an experienced resume as he has, I don't want to sell him short. Just finished his freshman season at App State, so definitely want to say that the young kid is still getting it done. 0-2 check swing from Frick. First base umpire Bobby Johnson says he held back, and that's ball one.
Hey, but Cade, to back you up, because he finished his freshman year, he's entering his sophomore season, you could say. I know he's not a baseball player, but entering his sophomore campaign, so I'll back you up there.
Okay.
I'll also say I might have to surrender my job at one point this season with how well Harrison carried himself on air.
The 1-2 to Frick. Hard grounder out of play, third base side. We'll see it once again. Frick, Eblin, Horvath set to take swings for the Braves. Pink cotton candy skies above. The 1-2. Fastball inner half doesn't catch. Count evens at 2 apiece.
The Gatemen are asking a lot of Jack Sullivan. Prior to this outing's longest was 2 1/3, and he's in his 4th inning of work.
The 2-2 pitch. Hard grounder to Anderson at first. He fields it on a few hops, steps on the bag. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
And Cade, as it was grounded to Max Anderson, I want to mention one thing. Max is known for wearing the number 15. Today, he's rocking the number 18, which previously belonged to Hogan Windish, who was just drafted in the 7th round. So a little special over there, Max Anderson honoring Hogan Windish as he takes over his jersey number.
That's something I had not noticed until you just said it. How about that? Righty on lefty, top of the order in Eblin. 1 for 2 tonight with a walk. First pitch. Off the plate's the fastball. Count 1-0. The Bourne Braves, scoring 6 runs through 6 1/3, have tied the amount they scored on this Gateman team in the first 3 meetings combined. Each inning in a 2-2 tie. 1-0 pitch. Grounder over to Anderson at first yet again. On the bag in time, 2 away.
So now I want to calculate how many times this season there's been a ground ball that the first baseman, whoever it's been, is taking over to the bag in an individual game, because that's the 5th time today that I've marked grounder 3 unassisted on my scorebook.
2 away for one of 3 home run hitters tonight for Bourne. It's Mac Horvath, the North Carolina Tar Heel. He's 2 for 3 this evening. His homer coming back in the first. 2-out pitch from Sullivan. Popped him up on the infield, a mile high into the air. Calling it off is the first baseman Anderson. It's in the glove for out number 3. A 1-2-3 frame. We go to the top of the 8th. Bourne still leads at 6-2 on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com. your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
We want our money to work as hard for us when we retire as we did working to accumulate it. My name is Steve Anzoni, and I am president of Fairway Financial Insurance Agency. Money is just a tool to help you to do what you ultimately want to do, which is to travel, spend time with your kids, grandkids, and do other stuff. And I want to be the guy that's going to help you navigate the course of life, to help you avoid those sand traps and get you onto the green and into the hole with greater financial confidence.
Back for the top of the 8th. Bourne on top of Wareham, 6-2. It's Fabian Hausinger Morrell due up for Wareham. Fabian will lead us off 1 for 3 tonight. Right-hander on the bump. Justin Willis returns. First pitch. Fastball, lower half, called strike 1. Righty on righty. The 0-1 offering. Grounder through the left side, base hit. A multi-hit game for Derek Fabian tonight to lead off the top of the 8th. And a statistic that had really just, I'm going to use a big word here, befuddled me all season long. 1 hit against right-handers all season for Derek Fabian. Here tonight, he gets 2.
Left fielder number 10.
And Cade, his second multi-hit game of the season. He had a couple against Falmouth earlier on in the season.
1 aboard for Jack Hausinger. First pitch from Willis. Called strike 1 in the outer half to the lefty hitter. Hausinger 1 for 3. Single back in the second. He struck out swinging in the 4th and 6th. The 0-1 in the dirt. Fastball misses low, even the count. 2 runs on 9 hits, no errors for Wareham. 6 on 8, no errors for Bourne. One pitch to Hausinger. Sent a mile high, center field skies. Horvath charges. He makes the catch. 1 away. Fabian returns to first.
Right fielder number 12 out of Hofstra, Brian.
That'll bring up Brian Morrell, the right fielder in his Gateman debut game tonight. 1 for 3. A single back in the 4th with a pair of ground outs as well. Fabian on at first, 1 out in the inning. Willis, first pitch. Morrell lets the fastball miss up. Count 1-0. Righty on righty in the 1-0 offering. Fastball taken for strike 1. And Kim, I'll have to go back and look at this after the game. We won't be able to look here in game. But outside of opening day, Morrell really is the first name that comes to my mind as a Gateman who got a hit in his debut game. Usually this is a league, especially when players go from swinging metal bats for 9 months to a piece of lumber in their hand. It takes them a little bit to change up the speed of their swing, but Morrell seems to be right here ready. 1 for 3 tonight. Two-one pitch. Morrell, line shot out of play. Count even at 2-2. Senior out of Hofstra. New York native has Fabian at first with 1 away in the top of the 8th. Gateman down by 4. The 2-2. Sky in the air to right. Backing up is Jones. He now camps under and makes the catch for the second out in the top of the 8th. Morrell flies out opposite the field to bring up Brian Padilla. Also, first time this season, Cam, the Gatemen have had players back-to-back in the batting order with the same first name, Brian and Brian.
Huh. I mean, have the Gatemen had the same first name with anyone on their team?
Not that I recall. First pitch of Padilla, grounder over to third. Hensler picks up his across throw in time to end the frame. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. That's Fabian at first. Bourne leads 6-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We'll be back for more Wareham baseball on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League, offering residential sales and vacation rentals across the Cape. We help you turn someday into right now. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
Summer is here, and we are finally back to enjoying all our favorite outdoor activities. As temperatures rise, so does the risk for unexpected injuries. South Coast Health Urgent Care Centers are open, safe, and here to provide the care you need when you need it. Our 7 locations are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome, and having a South Coast Health physician is not required. Visit southcoast.org/urgent care to check wait times and reserve your spot today.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Bourne leads Wareham 6-2, and it's the final chance for the Braves to tack on any more runs to that lead before heading into the top of the 9th. One defensive change to bring you. In left field now, making his Gateman debut, is Cam Chick. Senior, soon-to-be Missouri Tiger, spent the last 4 years, though, at Nebraska, 5'8", 175-pounder. He's in left field because Jack Hausinger is now on the mound for the Gatemen. As weird as it is to say, the right-handed pitcher out of Ezeir, his 3rd appearance of the summer. First pitch to Matt Shaw is off the plate, count 1-0. Hausinger's 3rd appearance, no decision record, 1 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 1 hit, but no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, and a 0 ERA. He paints the top half with a called strike 1 to even the count.
And Cade's facing the best hitter on the Cape.
Matt Shaw, an all-star. The top batting average. The 1-1, called strike 2 off the plate. Line drive into right. Ranging on it is Morrell. He makes the catch. 1 away. Bottom 8.
I also want to add one thing. Last week, I spoke with Jack Hausinger asking him, hey, have you ever pitched before? You're a position player. And he said, I don't know, maybe early on, 10 through 14 in my age. But he also said before each game he'd throw bullpens with Jack Franzoni, who was his collegiate teammate at Xavier. Franzoni actually just got picked in the 19th round of the draft.
First pitch, a slight, misses low. Count 1-0. Well, congrats to Luke and his family on that big accomplishment. And, of course, with over 500 picks in an MLB draft, a lot of names can get lost in the shuffle. But anytime, I'm on a broadcast and we talk about draft picks, you want to make sure you say congratulations. That is a huge accomplishment. And even especially when a player makes it to the big leagues, because just 1% of the players drafted this year will play a Major League Baseball game one day. So always keep that in mind, that it is not easy to play this sport at the highest level. Count is 3-0 to Slide.
I also want to apologize. Not Jack. I combined their names, Luke Franzoni, like you said.
Fastball inside, and that's ball 4. A one-out walk drawn by Slight. The first issued from Hausinger to the second batter he faces to bring up Christopher Brito, first baseman out of Rutgers. Struck out swinging in the first, but responded well since. An RBI single in the third and a solo homer in the sixth, his 4th of the summer. Runner at first, one away. First pitch, Brito, line drive, laser into right field. Morel is there to make the catch for out number 2. Bourne leads 6-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 outs.
Number 25 out of Virginia Tech, Carson
The
Jones.
Gateman will have top of the order due up once we reach the 9th. Here's Carson Jones, the right fielder from Virginia Tech. Righty on lefty. Hausinger trying to keep that 0 ERA intact. First pitch in the dirt. Count 1-0. Offering. Fastball upstairs. That's ball 2. Hausinger on the bump. The second baseman turned left fielder, turned right-handed pitcher. The 2-0. Chop foul off of Campos. Strike 1. The catcher will need a minute. Trainer walking out to speak with Campos, who's just taking a few steps and appears to be okay. The runner on at first is Evan Slight. He drove 1 out walk moments ago. Now with 2 away, Jones is at the plate. It's a 2-1 count. Jack Hausinger pitching here in the 9th inning. The third arm on the night used by the Gateman. Hudipole, the starter, went 3. Following that up, Jack Sullivan in his longest outing of the summer with Wareham went 4. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and it was a home run. No walks, 2 strikeouts to 14 batters faced. Great job from Sullivan at really just keeping the game where it was for the most part, minus the 1 run. 2-1. Jones sees it off the plate, and that's ball 3. Slight steps off first. 2 outs in the inning. The 3-1. Jones, a laser, down the line, base hit into the corner of right field. Rounding second, heading into third goes Evan Slight, and he'll now get the windmill around third. The late throw coming into home. Campos the tag, not in time. Bourne takes a 7-2 lead in the top of the 9th. Five-run lead for the Bourne Braves in the top of the 9th inning. Carson Jones, an RBI double. A Slight came around from first to score.
Hensler.
That'll bring up Wyatt Hensler, the third baseman from Penn. 0 for 3 tonight with 3 groundouts. The first earned run allowed by Hausinger this season. Two-out pitch, fastball taken inside, strike 1. The Gateman's 2 runs came in the top of the 3rd. Meanwhile, the Bourne Braves have scattered their offense throughout tonight's game. 0-1 pitch. Cut on and missed. Fastball in the lower half. Hensler couldn't connect. No balls, 2 strikes to the 7-hole hitter. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the 6th, and now 1 here in the 8th. Hausinger comes set. Runner in second, 2 outs. The 0-2. Chop foul, third base side. Stay alive on 2 strikes. Gateman will have Davis, Anderson, Campos due up in the top of the 9th as they'll try to piece together a 5-run rally. 0-2 pitch. Fastball upstairs. Ball 1. Righty on righty. The 1-2. High drive out of play. That'll fly into foul territory and drop before any kids can get there. Although I don't think any of them was really setting up to catch that fly ball. They were going to let it drop instead. One ball, 2 strikes to Hensler. The pitch from Hausinger. Off speed, grounded foul. Third base side yet again. Bourne up by 5 in the bottom of the 8th, though each team has 9 hits tonight. The 1-2. Up and in, count even, 2 apiece. Bases are empty minus Jones at second. 2 outs, the 2-2. Grounded to Fabian at third. He'll pick it up, throw across in time to end the inning. Bourne brings across 1 run. Our Carson Jones RBI double makes it 7-2 Braves. We go to the top of the 9th. We come back for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League, offering residential sales and vacation rentals across the Cape. We help you turn someday into right now. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
Summer is here, and we are finally back to enjoying all our favorite outdoor activities. As temperatures rise, so does the risk for unexpected injuries. South Coast Health Urgent Care Centers are open, safe, and here to provide the care you need when you need it. Our 7 locations are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome, and having a South Coast Health physician is not required. Visit southcoast.org/urgent care to check wait times and reserve your spot today.
We make our way into the top of the 9th inning. Bourne leads Wareham 7-2, and a new man on the mound.
Yeah, it's Nigel Belgrave, hometown of Auburn, Massachusetts. You know, not where Auburn University is, but Auburn, Massachusetts. 6'4", 210, a junior, attends Maryland over there in College Park. 2-0 record, a 3.72 ERA. 8 games prior, so this is his 9th appearance on the Cape. 3 saves to his credit. 9 2/3 innings of work, 7 Ks to 5 walks, and the second time he's facing Wareham this season did so back on the 4th of July, an inning and a third. allowed 1 earned run and a hit, and the Gatemen hope that he allows more runs as they're down 5.
You've got that right. It's 7-2 Bourne in the top of the ninth. Davis, Anderson, Campos are due up. For Davis, 0 for 3 with a walk. Righty on lefty. First pitch from Belgrave. It's a fastball called strike 1 in the outer corner. Now, of course, we said 3 saves to Belgrave's credit. This would not be a save situation unless the tying run steps into the on-deck circle. And in a 5-run game, well, that means the Gatemen have to have the bases loaded at some point, which would be nice to have. 7-2 Bourne. Count even at 1 apiece to Davis. Belgrave comes set, deals it home. Fastball outside, ball 2. You look at the hits category tonight, these teams are identical, 9 and 9, but the runs quite different. The 2-1, low and inside, that's ball 3. And with it 7-2 Bourne lead, Cam, you look at the hits, 9 and 9, but 3 of the 9 hits for Bourne tonight have left the ballpark. Home runs from Mac Horvath, Joshua Moylan, and Christopher Brito. 3-1. Up and away, ball 4. Leadoff walk drawn by Davis, the second time he's reached tonight, to bring on Max Anderson.
Well, and Cade, on the Wareham side, outside of that 3rd inning, which included a pair of extra base hits, the rest of the 9 have been singles. So 2 doubles, 7 singles, and it just hasn't gotten it done today.
Anderson, 4 for 4 tonight with an RBI double. First pitch upstairs, count 1-0. Now the second Gateman with 4 hits in a game this season, joining Chase Davis late last week. Meanwhile, we have yet to see a 5-hit performance. 1-0 pitch, upstairs, and that's ball 2. Not to mention as well, Cam, you actually brought this to my attention, everyone else's as well. This is game 33 of the summer. For the first 32, Max Anderson wore number 15. Tonight he's wearing number 18, formerly worn by Hogan Windish, who was drafted in the 7th round to Seattle yesterday. Strike 1, call in the outer half. Count goes 2-1 to Anderson. And it's tough to see Windish go. Such a huge part of this Gateman offense. Someone's going to have to try to step up in that role, and Anderson fits the bill. The 2-1. Off the plate, ball 3. Belgrave struggling with the command early on. He walked Davis on 5 pitches. He's behind the count to Anderson, 3-1. The pitch. Lifted out of play, first base side in foul territory. Count goes full to the 2-hole hitter. Right-hander deals the payoff. Chop back foul to stay alive. We'll see it once again. Bourne leads 7-2 in the top of the ninth. Davis on at first with no outs for Anderson at the plate. Count is full. The 3-2 yet again. Grounded back up and off the leg of Belgrave, the pitcher. Brito will field it at first and step on the bag in time. Safe at second is Davis. And Belgrave appears to be okay. Bourne manager Scott Lander is going to make his way out just to be sure. That was a ground ball that went up, and Belgrave on the delivery brings that front leg around, that front left leg around in a big circular motion, and the ball looked like it almost just got caught up in and around it and kicked it over to first. Nonetheless, 1 out. Davis at second, now a pinch hitter. It'll be Devin Burks, the catcher out of Kentucky.
Devin Burks.
A 1-3 ground out from Anderson. Burks steps in for Campos, who was 0 for 3 tonight with a walk, but took a pitch off the upper thigh back in the bottom of the 8th, so maybe just a precautionary measure. Burks' first time as a pinch hitter this season. With Davis standing at second, 1 out toss. Fastball off the plate. Count 1-0. Righty on righty. Burks, a sophomore for the Wildcats. Saw action in 20 games this spring. The 1-0. Called strike one, the outside edge. Belgrave comes set with a runner at second and one away, top 9. The 1-1. Burks looks at strike two on the outside half. One-two on the way. Soft chopper onto the infield. Belgrave will pick it up, throw over to first, just in time to beat Burks by a step. Davis gets around to third. 2 outs in the top of the ninth. The Gatemen are down to their last out.
Shortstop, number 8, out of Clemson, Blake Wright.
It'll fall on the shoulders of Blake Wright to keep it alive. Wareham down by 5 runs. They have yet to win a game this season when trailing after 8. They are 0-10-2 after 8 innings. Now on the top of the ninth, down by 5. Davis at third with 2 outs. First pitch to right. Fastball misses the lower half. Ball 1. A 1 pitch. Cut on and missed from Blake Wright. Excuse me, the 1-0 pitch is cut on and missed. Count evened at 1 apiece. One in the dirt. That's ball 2. Clemson Tiger, 1 for 3 tonight, an RBI double in the third, also has drawn a walk. 2-1, foul back in the netting, count even at 2-2. Wareham down to their last strike. Belgrave peers in. Davis stands at third with 2 outs. Gateman down by 5. 2-2 pitch. Grounded, left side of the infield. Charging as Shaw at short, picks and throws. The stretch from Brito in time to end the game. Bourne defeats Wareham 7-2. Your final lines across. Bourne 7 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Wareham 2 runs on 9 hits with no errors as well. With the victory, Bourne improves to 15, 12-6 on the season and advances to 36 points in the standings. That's third best in the West Division. The Gatemen fall to 11-16-6 and sit at 28 points. Currently, they're out of the playoff picture by a single point to Falmouth, but that could grow to 3 tonight. We look at our scoreboard around the Cape, and Falmouth in the bottom of the 7th leads Orleans 6-5. If the Commodores hold on for that victory, it's now a 3-point gap for the Gatemen out of the playoff picture. So we'll keep an eye on that one on our drive home. Cam, your final thoughts in this 5-run loss?
The Gatemen had their opportunities. They picked up a hit in every single inning except the 6th and the 9th, and in total, the Gatemen left 11 on base. So my final thought, this team can't capitalize on really, really good opportunities. And, hey, this team hasn't won in what feels like forever. It's, I think, up to 9 days now.
A tough one tonight as Bourne takes down the Gatemen 7-2. We'll be back with you tomorrow from Spillane Field, a 6 p.m. first pitch. Home games are back to 6 p.m. as the Gatemen will play host to the Chatham Anglers, a 6 o'clock first pitch. We'll bring you all the action. Myself, Cade Crenshaw, Cameron Ezeir, Claire Foley. Until then, we thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Wareham Gatemen Baseball. And until we see each other again, as always,